Bro, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the BV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
She ice cold, Trey Young.
Bro, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the BV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
She ice cold, Trey Young.
What's good, family? Hold on, let me check my mic, man. It said my mic was tripping real quick. Let me double check it real quick. Mic check 1 2. We Gucci? What's good, family? It's your boy Damon up in the building, man. We Talk Hoss TV. We Talk Hoss daily. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's your boy. What a weekend, man. What a weekend of John Collins hate. So let me tell you, man. So I made a little video, right? And y'all probably saw it on Twitter. I had my John Collins jersey on, and I was like, he's still here. He's still here. And like, bruh, I didn't realize I was gonna get so much hate by fellow Atlanta Hawk fans. Like, the hate for John Collins is ridiculous. Do you hear me? It's ridiculous. And I'm gonna tell you what irks my nerves, man. You know, it's like, and this is why I try to tell y'all, man, do not have personal feelings for players, because you end up holding one player accountable. You end up setting all type of expectations for said player, but then the player that you like, you don't have that expectation. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you know, some people do give legit arguments about John Collins. And I can understand that. You know, maybe they'll say something about John Collins, and I'd be like, you know, yeah, he could work on this, he could work on that. But it's the fact that some of the stuff that they're saying, that people were saying to me, man, about John Collins, is total nonsense. It just shows me it just shows me the hate that some of these so-called fans have, right? move John Collins, trade him for this, trade him for that. And then I'm like, well, who gonna replace him? We're gonna slide this guy there. And then I'll be like, well, that guy you want to put in that position can't do what you just said John can do. I mean, that John can't do. So what's the point of putting said player there? And then they'll come back at me, man, with all type of excuses. So I wanted to take a chance. I want to discuss this, man. This is how you get labeled a toxic fan base. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This is how you get labeled. John Collins has done absolutely nothing wrong since he's been in this organization. Absolutely nothing. But people will sit here and act like this dude is like the worst player in the NBA. They will solely put the Atlanta Hawks' miserable season we had last year strictly on Collins. They say all type of stuff. He only had 20. I'd be like, well, he averaged 21 and 10. He was on PEDs. What? PEDs don't help you score the basketball, guy. PEDs don't help with eye-hand coordination. Like, it's just nonsense to me, man. Very few people come up with legitimate reasons. Now, another thing I hate is when they try to act like they're only mad at John Collins because of his contract. I'm going to keep it a buck. Very few have had a legit argument on why Collins should not be on this Atlanta Hawks basketball team. And I wish they would say that, but they really can't. They really don't want to say it because we've given out plenty of players got contracts we wish we could take back. And that's facts. But let's discuss some stuff, man. Let's discuss some stuff here. Let me show y'all something. So y'all know I'm over here. I was doing a little bit of research. Y'all know me. Let's discuss something. What is NBA usage rate? Usage rate in the NBA is an estimate of the percentage of team plays used by a player while he was on the floor. Okay? Estimate of the percentage of team plays used by a player while he was on the floor. Okay? That's what usage rate is. Let's see if we can get, let me click on this. Let's see if we can get let's look at some other data here, guys. Let's see here. What is usage rate? Why do we care? Okay, let's do some research here, family. What is usage rate? And I'm showing y'all this because I don't want nobody to come in here or leave a comment and saying I was wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm just giving y'all definitions. What is NBA usage rate? Y'all see it right here. It's the static meant to estimate how often a player contributes to the outcome of a play. In a sport with only one ball but 5 players on the court, it's inevitable that some players will be used more than others. A usage rate is meant to measure this. The goal is to get an idea of how much important an individual player has on their team's on-court performance. Okay? I just want people to know that. So I don't want nobody to come up here and say, oh, you don't know what usage rates mean. Usage rate don't matter. You know, people like to come up to me and say usage rate don't matter. Like they come up to me about they'll come up to me about defensive rating. Well, that's a team. That's a team. That's a team thing. That's that. That's this. That blah 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 blah. Let's look. So I showed y'all what the usage rate was, right? Let's see something here. Let's look at Atlanta Hawk player. This from last year, guys. The season that just finished. This is the season that just finished. Let me pull it up real quick. Hold up. We're going to look at the usage rate. Let's see what the usage rate say about the Atlanta Hawks last year. Okay. Let's bring that up. Because this is wild to me, man. This is wild. This is wild to me. Here we go. Atlanta Hawk player usage rates. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? And I put it in order for you. So look at the starters. Look at the starters on the team. Okay. Do y'all see that? Who we got here? Let's start. Boom. Hold up. I'm on the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. Hold up. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Obviously, you're not going to count this guy, Donovan Williams. I don't even think he with us no more. Trae Young, as expected, look at his usage rate. 32%. 32 freaking percent usage rate. And what do you get out of that production? You get 26 points, you're getting 10 dimes. Okay. You get 19 shot attempts. Okay. 6 of those of 3-point attempts. Okay. Skip Bruno Fernando, only 8 games. DeJounte Murray, second, obviously, at 20. Round that shit up. That's 25% usage rate. 25% usage rate for Murray. Okay. Y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Let's keep going. Murray giving you 36 minutes, giving you 20 points, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 6 dimes. Okay. This is this stuff right here blows my mind, how fans act like they don't see this stuff, man. Like they act like this stuff does not exist. Okay. You got Bogey, 20, round that up. That's 20%. Hunter, 20%. Do y'all see this? I'm really finna blow your mind. AJ Griffin, a freaking rookie, 18% usage rate. Do y'all see this right here? This is crazy to me. A rookie got a higher usage than John Collins. Garrison Matthews, not going to count him, only 9 games. Sadiq Bey, he was only here for 25 games and still got a higher usage than John Collins. John Collins is right here at 17% usage rate, barely above Jalen Johnson. Do y'all see that? And no one ever brings this type of stuff up when they talking about John Collins. They never bring this stuff up. It's always, well, he can't dribble. He can't do this. He only averaging 13 points this year. His usage rate just keeps going lower and lower. What do fans expect from this guy when the team is not even feeding the man the ball? I don't understand the logic of some of these so-called Atlanta Hawk fans, man. I really don't get it. I don't get it. They want you, they expect this guy to do all this stuff, and he barely getting the ball more than a rookie. Come on, man. AJ Griffin got a higher usage rate than John Collins. This crazy to me. This crazy. Okay, now let's look. Let me show y'all this one. Because they love talking this stuff, man. They love talking it. Never ever add any context to nothing. It's no context to none of this stuff, man. So let's look at Collins, man. Let's look at this one. John Collins usage rate. Look at this. Look, rookie, 17.9 as a rookie, right? Played 24 minutes, gave you 10 points, okay? 7 boards. His usage rate go up to 23. He gave you 19 and he gave you 20. Almost, technically, he got back-to-back 20 and 10 seasons. Look at this. 61 games, 23% usage rate, 20 points, 10 boards on 56% shooting. 35% from three. And people trying to tell me this dude is garbage. Like, I just don't make no sense. The following year, he got caught with the PEDs, right? Remember, the PEDs came at the beginning of the season. Okay? It was at the beginning of the season. So let's not act like he was running around here all on the PEDs, balling and hooping. They caught him at the beginning of they caught him in the off season. They caught him in the off season. Then he missed the 25 games. So what did he give you? His usage rate, 23%, rounded up, 22 points, 10 boards on 58% shooting, 40% from three. And these dudes telling me he a bum. These cats don't never add any context. And then guess what happens after this, guys? 2019, 2020. You add Capella. And then now you start to see the usage rate just go low, low, low. This is all you see. Low, low, low. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. And let me tell you, I know what people going to say. Well, he can't dribble the ball. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, I don't want to hear that nonsense, dog. He gave you back-to-back seasons of 20 and 10, and ain't nobody say nothing about him creating his own shot. It's just, that shit is just another excuse that they make to try to boost their argument. You ain't say, you go back to those 2 years when he gave you 20 and 10, ain't nobody say, man, I wish he could dribble the ball and attack the basket and do this and do that. That's how I know these dudes they're not for real when they say that. He can't dribble. I didn't know that was his job, to dribble the ball and create his own shot. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was his job, to dribble the basketball, attack the basket, and finish. I didn't know that's what we wanted from our power forward. Because when he gave you back-to-back 20 and 10 seasons, none of y'all JC haters was saying nothing about none of that. And then how you go 20 and 10 back-to-back years? You don't do that by accident in the NBA. This ain't college. This ain't Wake Forest. And people going to sit here and try to tell me this dude is trash? Man, listen. The day we trade John Collins, I want to trade John Collins. I want him to leave. I hope he asks to be traded. Because you know what? I'm going to tell you something. And I'm a diehard Hawks fan, okay? And I'm going to tell you something. We don't deserve John Collins. We deserve Sheldon Williams. We deserve cats like the landlord. That's what we deserve. Because you got a good player and y'all want to run him off for no reason at all. None. The dude wasn't even supposed to play in the playoffs last year. He was hurt. His finger was still jacked up. But guess what? He said, you know what? Capella went down. Boom. I'll step in and get in. Come on, man. But I see a lot of fans, y'all don't value that stuff, man. Y'all don't value stuff like that. Y'all just want to, like my boy OG Chauncey be saying, and I'm gonna say what he say. Y'all, half of y'all, a lot of y'all, you just want to be entertained. You want the flash and the dash. Y'all don't understand what it takes to build a team. Okay? You don't understand what it takes to build. Everybody can't be flashy. And especially when it comes to pro sports. Let me tell you something, guys. When it comes to pro sports, okay? When it comes to pro sports, only thing that matters is wins and losses. That's what matters. Everybody in the NBA is talented. But if you don't have the opportunity to show your talents, how do you expect said player to give you production? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. He ain't show up. He ain't show up. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Cats, it's hard to argue the Hawks against me. A lot of these cats on Twitter, when I be on Twitter, a lot of them don't understand how long. I guess my face fools people. I guess they must think I'm 30 some years old. This one cat said, I think people over 32 years old love John Collins. I said, bruh, 32. I've been rooting for the Hawks for 36. What you mean 30? What? So when they go back and forth with me and they say something about John Collins, you know what I do? I just hit it right back on their favorite Hawks player. Well, old buddy can't do it neither. Well, that's different. I was going back and forth with the dude on Twitter. He trying to tell me Jalen Johnson going to take John Collins' spot. And I said, well, according to what Trae Young said, he said Quinn Snyder wants the team to shoot more threes. He said, yeah. I said, what did John, this is what I asked him. I said, what did John Collins shoot from three? He was quick, 36% for his career. I said, okay, what does Jalen Johnson shoot? You know what he told me? He said, he was like, oh, you trying to compare a second-year player to? I said, no, I'm asking you. We agreed that, well, obviously we agree because Trae Young said it, that they want us to shoot, Quinn want to shoot more threes. What does Jalen Johnson shoot from three? But it took the dude an hour just to sit here and tell me 29%. And I'm like, if he's shooting 29%, how he gonna take John Collins' spot when they want us to shoot threes? Well, he could dribble. What? He could dribble the ball. What? Come on, man. Like, it blows my mind. And I'm gonna tell you, I cannot wait. And I hate to say it. I wish John Collins would just get up out of here, dog. I wish he request a trade, get up out of here so he can go to a team that's going to utilize him correctly. Because you don't have back-to-back seasons of 20 and 10 by accident. You see this? Usage rate. Bro, his shit was lower than his rookie year this year. 17%. And I already showed y'all that AJ Griffin had a higher usage rate than John Collins. Listen, let me put that in perspective. Let me put that in perspective for y'all. AJ Griffin, let me bring it back up because I don't want nobody coming here saying I'm just making up stuff, making up stats. I know how people get, oh, you ain't. Hold up. Let me bring it back up real quick. What was we at? Atlanta Hawk players. Let's look at this. Once again, let me show y'all something. Let me put something into context for y'all real quick, right? Look at AJ Griffin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 18% usage rate this year. Watch this. And he didn't even play once Quinn took over. Remember? Quinn took over. AJ didn't even play like in the last 15 games, and his shit was still higher than Collins. Crazy. But people want Collins to give him AB. Collins should be averaging 20. DeAndre Hunter usage rate. Look at his usage rate. 20. And I don't see people on this dude head. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to say it again, guys. Y'all heard me. It's only because of his contract. It's only because of his contract. If John Collins was making $10 million a year, no one would care. No one would care. But they scared to just say, be a man and just admit it. I don't like his contract. Then say that then. Say that. I'm going to drop the link. I don't care who come up in here, dog. Ain't nobody fucking with me up here, Georgia Bulldog. You can't argue numbers. All cats going to come up in here and give an opinion. I'm giving you numbers, dog. They going to come up here and say, well, he can't dribble. I'm going to say, well, and I'm going to have a response to whoever their favorite Hawk player is. Bro, don't play with me, man. I ain't the one to play with, man. I ain't up here dealing with no, I ain't dealing with no goddamn, I ain't dealing with no people, no damn opinion, man. I don't care if you don't like them, but at least keep it a buck with it. Don't just come up here and just make stuff up. I don't like the way he dribble. He can't create. That ain't his job. We ain't pay him to be a creator. That's why you got 2 freaking point guards on the team. Hell, you don't say nothing when Hunter ain't out there, ain't creating shit. When he can't get past his man, you ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying, man, at least keep it a buck. Just sit here and say, you know what, Damon, I don't like how much we paying this guy considering we're not using him. And I can understand that. I can understand that. I'll be like, you know what? That makes sense. He making this amount of money, but we're not using him. Let's move him and get something that we can use. I can understand that. But all this nonsense, he can't dribble, he can't create, he ain't Julius Randle. It's the reason why we picked him 19th. Somebody go back and find me since John Collins was at Wake Forest where he had to create his own shot, where he had to get the ball at the wing and attack the basket. Someone show me that. Because that's not why we drafted him. Hold on, here go the link, man. I'll drop the link. And come on up here. Come on up here, dog. Anybody. Anybody. They go to link. I'm just saying, keep it real. If you say, you know what, man, you know what, Damon, listen. John Collins making that money. And it's like I tell people, hey, you put that contract in front of me, I'm signing it. 125, I'm signing it. I ain't even thinking twice. Okay? I'm signing it. And then here's something else I don't get. Here's something else I don't understand, right? I think it was last offseason, right? John Collins did an interview with I can't think of the lady name. He did an interview and he said, I would like to be more involved. And people got mad. I don't what why he wanted to, I said, why he crying? Why he complaining? Because he want to chip in. He want to do his part. But then y'all get mad at that. I don't get it. Let me stop playing. I do understand. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to keep it real. And I don't care. Listen, a lot of y'all cats, you just got here. You only here because of Trae Young. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's why a lot of these cats can't argue Hawks basketball with me. Because they knew. That's why they be having all this patience bull crap. Well, we going to wait for AJ and JJ, la, 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 because you just got here. That's why. Got Georgia Kid up here. Got Anna. What's good, family? Y'all talk to me, man. What's y'all thoughts? Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. Y'all got something to say?
Sure. Okay, I thought he was gonna go first. Can you hear me?
Hey,
Talk to me.
So I see we up here talking about John Collins. Listen. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, even though Damon kind of said it for me, there's a couple things I dislike about John Collins, but I mean his contract is, I do believe, a issue. I believe when you have that much money invested in a person with this production and usage is not it's not conducive to winning.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Whose fault that Collins' usage is going down? You already know what fault it is. Don't keep it real.
Yeah, I
keep
think
it real.
I think they had a lot to do with Nate.
When?
No, Nate. I thought with Quinn, I thought he was just shooting more threes. But I thought with Nate, his role really diminished. Nate kind of he wanted more exclusive Trae and Capella. He wanted to feature Capella more versus John, which I was a fan of involving John more in the pick and roll versus Capella. But Nate did different things. Now, I think when you look at what this team needs, as far as aggression, and I wouldn't even say aggression, as far as the physicality and the toughness, I don't believe he provides that. I don't, the Mahi's door company guy. I believe that, I don't like company guys. Or I'm not a fan of company guys. So that's another thing, I dislike about him. But at this point where we are, I just don't believe he fits what we're trying to do. And Dwayne, I mean, you could use that because I know you're in love with John, but listen,
I'm not in love with John.
I'm talking
What
about
I'm
Dwayne.
saying is
I'm talking about
this.
Dwayne. I'm talking about Dwayne in the chat.
Oh,
He's
I thought you
telling
said me. I
No,
thought
no,
you
no.
said me.
I'm
'Cause
talking about Dwayne. I'm talking about
Okay.
Dwayne in the chat.
I ain't in love with no. I trade anybody if the deal right,
Absolutely, yes.
including
but no,
Trey Young. I trade his ass too. You give me the right deal, his ass gone.
one of the best health defense. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you said what's wrong with being a company guy? Listen, there's not too many company guys being the captain of a championship team.
He ain't the captain.
You didn't know he was the team captain?
He the team captain. I ain't know we kept team captains. He got to see. I don't know who. I don't know who the captain. I don't know who the leader because the shit's so messed up. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man.
They said Ja was the team captain, and
probably because he been there the longest. That's why. Because our front office ain't put no real freaking vets up in the locker room.
Yeah.
See, what I'm trying to explain to y'all is this. A lot of that energy you put at John, you need to be putting at the coaching staff, and you need to be putting at the ownership. But I think a lot of y'all so scared to blame these coaches, to blame because y'all like these dudes. And like I'm gonna tell, like people know me, I'm a Hawks fan. I don't like none of them. I root for you, but if you ain't doing your job, you got to go. Coaching staff, listen. The front office messed us up. John Collins, and I don't know why people act like they don't see this. The day we got Clint Capella is when his usage start going down. You can't blame the contract that the owner gave him. You can't put that on him. They could have easily let John Collins, they could have easily traded John Collins, but that year he was a free agent. But I'm gonna tell you why they didn't. You know why they didn't? Because I believe the ownership made a promise to John Collins, not Travis, the owner. Because what did they come out when he re-signed that deal? Oh, he sacrificed for the team to win. That's cap. Because we was under 500 before we fired Laurent Pierce. So stay lying. I believe the owner thought John Collins was part of the core, but this shows you the disconnect because obviously between the owner and the coaching staff, that got lost because if he was considered part of the core, his usage rate won't be going down. He'd be getting utilized a whole lot more. So everybody's like John. Let's get it. The real people who don't put the man in position to be successful. Look at his numbers, dog. It's amazing how y'all validate the shit he did this year, but all the other stuff before that, oh, that don't count. It all count because you don't do that shit in the NBA by accident. And I'm just saying, if you're gonna this the most logical reason. You know, Damon, we are not utilizing him for the contract that we gave him. Let's move on. See what we can get for him. But some of these fans, oh, he's trash. He sucks. Woo, woo, woo. Bro, what? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And that's another thing I learned about some of these new Hawk fans. You envy other teams' garbage. You want to bring other team garbage here, overpay. That's what they be wanting to do. You see a play on TV having a moment. Man, how come John can't do that? That ain't his fucking job. He ain't never did that. But you can't sit here and say he ain't never improved his game. I'm done, man. What y'all got, man? My bad. Go ahead, Adam. You know how I get, bro. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was really it. I kind of gave my reasons on why. I don't feel he's the best fit here anymore. If we're talking about moving forward for, not even just a championship, but just moving forward and taking steps towards becoming a contender. So,
well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because they fucking rebuilding the team right in front of y'all faces, and y'all don't even see the shit. That's what they doing right now.
I saw your theory last night, Demond.
That's what they're doing. They're rebuilding the team right in front of you, and y'all not even seeing the shit. Fans falling for it. AJ, JJ. In a minute, you about to have a whole bunch of second and third year players on your team. The last person who gonna be here is Trey. So I don't understand how people think this team's supposed to compete with a bunch of young ass players. We all know young players don't win shit in the NBA. But for some reason, we keep insisting for younger players. I had a dude tell me in New Pat City, we young. We a young team. You know what I told him? We was young in 2018. How many years we gonna be young?
All right.
You feel me? What's good, fellas? Hey, y'all hop in anytime, man. I'm just going off right now.
Oh yeah, basically, shoot, I feel like John Collins numbers went down, like you said, when Clint Capella got here. Cause shoot, the first couple of years when we had him, he was balling. Like that first year we had him. What year that was? That first year we had him.
Hold on, let me give you the numbers, cause I don't want nobody coming in here saying I'm making stuff up. Let's see, we had him in 2017, 2018.
Yeah, he was like the best player on the team that year. Goddamn, then
Travis was tearing it down. Remember that Travis had already started tearing the team down so we could start over. Remember,
right? So when he kept him, I guess he looked at him like a cornerstone piece. Okay, so then we get Trey. So him and Trey, they find their little connection. They started balling. I think like his second year, he started complaining about like his usage rate already, cause he was saying he felt like the offense was stagnant, like it was just going through Trey. So he was already seeing like he wasn't getting the ball like that. The second year, and then the third year, he did. Yeah, the third year he balled. You know what I mean? That was the PED year.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got caught with that. But like you said, most of the year he was already still doing their thing. I don't think the PEDs had no effect like that.
It didn't because they caught him in the offseason and he missed the first 25 games. So that shit only stay in your system for like, depending on what he took. It don't stay in your system longer than 30 days because you got to keep taking it over and over.
Right. Like to be honest, when we first got Capella, I really didn't like that fit, Jack. I was like, well, how the hell John go get off field Capella clogging the paint? So, like you said, over time, you seen his number drop. So it just like you said, we in rebuild mode and we looking for players to blame. See, we blame John Collins. A lot of folks blame DeAndre too. I know he can do better too. But shit, they blame DeAndre. But I don't know, the team just messed up overall. Like the front office. We ain't got no direction. We can't say we're an offensive team, defensive team. Well, we really an offensive team, but we ain't got. I don't know. I just feel like we ain't got no good direction.
Listen, I feel you, man. I'm gonna let Rashad and RJ go before I let off again. What's good, Rashad? No time, no see, my guy. I seen you in the chat though. You ain't been on the show in a minute, man. Where you been at?
Man, I've been busy, man. I can check the chat and stuff on my phone, so I just comment on there. But hey, man, I'm not even gonna lie, JC, I'm not gonna call the man trash, but he's not giving us what we need at that 4th position, man. Like, I just hate the fact that a lot of people in the chat try to blame Clint Capella because of another player's production. No, he has nothing to do with that. John can
Cap.
shoot that mid range, man.
Capella can't do shit
Hey,
down there, dog. Don't even
He
try.
can, no, he can. So can he not shoot that mid range?
Who?
JC.
Yes, he can.
So why does he do it? Why does he do
Because
it?
the coach got him standing at the 3-point line, man.
No.
Every time he come down court, he stop in 2 spots. The
That's
3-point at the wing or the 3-point in the corner. He there
That's a
90% of the
JC
time, my guy.
problem, though. You know why? You know why he's standing right there? Because he can't do anything else.
No, because
Well,
the coach told him to go there.
Man, I mean, you're right, but at the same time, when you get if you throw JC the ball in the quarter, what is he doing with it? He can only do one thing with it, and it's shoot it. If he were able to dribble the ball at least once, he can't do any of that.
Because guess what, Rashad? If you didn't have Capella in the game, you could run pick and roll with John. It's the reason why he in the corner. Because you're big in the middle. 90% of the time, Capella can't do nothing. So they move John out the space to create more space because you're big, can't do nothing. That's why you go back and watch the games before we got Capella.
So JC and Capella won on the team when we played the Knicks.
Say again?
In the first round, when we went to the Eastern Conference Finals,
Mm-hmm.
he was on the team. It works, but JC is just not that. He's not him. It was so many games with bro.
Go ahead, Rashad. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. Go finish your point. Finish your point. I'll be quiet.
My point is, I'm not gonna sit here and call a man trash, but when a player is on a decline, like you drop every single year, it's time to go. And you're getting paid $25 million. It's time to go. It's a reason why we can't get off him. It's a reason why. Money is a part of it, but I was watching Brad Rowland's show, like I think 2 days ago, and the dude Jeff Fisher said teams were able. They wanted to take JC, but they wanted to attach that first round pick. I think you said it. They have to attach a first round pick. No one sees Collins as trash, but his production doesn't match his contract. I'm not paying a man $25 million to give me 12 and 6, and I'm watching it year by year. It's going down, and he's coming back, giving us the same shit. He hasn't improved in anything.
Cap.
At least I can say, well, Hunter, his scoring has went up.
Cap.
It hasn't. His scoring is. I'm not saying, hey, his scoring. He's damn near 16
because his
points.
usage rate went up.
Because he can at least create a little bit. He can create a little bit. I mean,
are we for real now? See, that's what I've been talking. You know good as well.
You're not thinking logical now. One man is going up, the other one's going. I'm not defending Hunter. That's what I'm saying. I'm not defending him. But when one man is going up and the other man is dropping, which man just like if you run a business, if you got one employee, his sales shooting through the roof, going up monthly, and another employee dropping. Who you gonna get rid of?
I ain't gonna get rid of nobody. The first thing the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see why it said player production going down.
But it's to me,
his
it's
production
self-inflicted, man.
No, y'all act like when y'all
you tell it's so many times when I see John Collins in the post, he couldn't even post up there at White. He can't even post up simple guards. And they try to give him the ball,
Gabe Vincent,
the ball and pass it back out. You know why? Because he has no moves. He's dependent on too many people to go off. So what if he played a couple in this too many games.
Who has Clint Capella posted up lately?
But
who has Onyeka Okongwu? Hold up. Since y'all who has Onyeka Okongwu posted up lately? Who has DeAndre Hunter, your small forward at 6'7", posted up lately?
But he's gotten better.
At what? He can't dribble. We know that.
You can't say nothing about Clint because Clint,
Clint give you nothing.
Top 5 at something.
At what? What he top? What? Rebounding?
He's top 5 at rebounding.
Rashad, half his rebounds is his own rebound from the misses.
But that's his thing. What is John Collins good at?
He the best.
What is John Collins good at?
John Collins is a 36% career 3-point shooter. Okay. John Collins is a career 55% shooter from mid-range. Okay. What's Hunter's career at that? What is anybody else on the team?
All I know is one man is getting better, the other one's declining. I mean, you can't argue that. That's fact.
I got a quick question.
You saying declining like
the numbers? 16 is better than 12.
You saying and you know what else is better? You know what else is good? You know what else is better? 17% usage rate to 20%.
Because he
So
can't
I
do nothing
expect
with
the
the
guy
ball.
with 20. Say again.
He cannot do anything with the ball.
What can Hunter
No one
do?
has to get him the ball.
What
in
does
his
hold
spot.
on? What does Hunter do with the ball? What does Capella do?
He
What
can
does
get to a
Okongwu do?
spot. He can get
What?
to a spot. He can get to a spot. I'm not
Really?
saying Hunter is a
So,
excellent dribbler, but he can get to a spot. He can create
See?
a little bit.
So,
JC
Damon.
can't create nothing.
Damon, I got a question. And Dwayne, please let that go. Damon, I just have a question. Just in general. I know you brought up JC's 3-point career shooting numbers. Do you think when Quinn had him shooting a lot of those threes, that's what he was banking on, or what? Or do you think it was a slump JC was in, or
JC is not used to shooting threes at that volume. Okay. He doesn't shoot threes like that at that volume like he did this year. This is his first year shooting three. This is first year at truly being a straight up, flat out stretch four, which involved a lot of threes. Okay. And he still was coming off the finger injury. Okay. Remember, he never let the finger heal all the way because he came in and played in the Miami Heat series he wasn't supposed to be playing in. Okay. I believe, and that's why if you go back, I said, I believe this year Collins would probably be top 3 in 3-point percentage shooting on its team. Because one thing I do know about JC, which I don't know where Rashad got that thought from, he has improved his game every year. Every year. When he came to the Hawks, he was a post player, strictly post player.
And he still is.
Then he didn't come with a mid-range game.
And
He
that's
had
what I'm
zero
saying.
mid-range.
He doesn't play to his
He added the
strengths.
mid-range.
He don't play to his strengths. And that's not a coach.
They don't put him in position to play to his strength, Rashad. That's what I'm saying.
But that's
How can
what
y'all
I'm
hold him?
saying. You can stand in the corner all day, but you don't have to shoot the three.
Hey, Rashad.
You don't have to shoot it. You don't.
Hey, Rashad.
That's what
You
Quinn
don't.
want
You
him to
don't,
do.
man.
Go watch all the interviews, Rashad. They tell them boys
So tell me this.
shoot
So
it.
tell me this. So tell me
Hey,
this.
analyst,
So when he
yes
takes,
or no? Yes or no, analyst? Does Quinn tell them shoot that three? Yes or no?
Doesn't have to. Yes or no, analyst? He doesn't have to. When he takes him
Then
out,
why is he there?
Can JJ shoot?
Rashad,
Can
listen to me.
JJ shoot, Damon?
Rashad,
Can
Rashad,
JJ shoot?
no, he
Can
can't
JJ
shoot. JJ can't shoot. He
So
can't.
why he takes JC out, put in JJ, knowing
How many minutes,
he
bro?
can
How many
shoot.
minutes
You know
did
what
JJ get
can
this
do?
year?
He
How many
can get
minutes
to the
was
rack.
JJ playing? Let's not act like
can-
JJ was
I mean-
playing all these minutes.
He's playing more minutes towards the end.
Not more than Collins.
Collins barely played.
Okay.
He barely played in the playoffs. man.
Cap. What are you
Except
talking
that
about?
one game when he went out.
What you mean he barely played?
In the playoffs? Them
Really?
minutes were getting snatched. That Miami
JJ
game,
played
that Miami
2
playoff
games.
game,
Watch this,
he
Rashad.
barely played.
JJ played 2 games in the playoffs that was longer than 10 minutes. The rest of the time he
Eight.
played 7 minutes, 3 minutes, 8 minutes. So what are we talking about here?
And his stats were still better than JC.
No, they wasn't.
Yeah, they were.
That's why he was
It
on
was-
the bench
it
because
was
he
one
can't
game
shoot.
It was one game where JJ had like what?
Bro,
5
do
points,
you want me
2
to pull up the
steals,
minutes?
5
You want me to
rebounds,
pull up?
like what? 4 or
You
5
want me to
minutes?
pull up the minutes in the playoffs, Rashad,
up.
so you can see it for
Pull it
yourself?
up.
Let me
I
pull
can't
it
Demar,
up for
I
you.
just don't understand why
Demar.
we
Show you how
shooting
many
this
minutes your
man.
boy played.
Demar,
Hey,
you,
I'm
Demar,
taking JJ
I
over
know,
JC any
I
day,
know
bro.
we, Demar, I know
No,
we
because this is the
drafted John
thing.
Collins.
Y'all
Demar.
scared to blame the real problem. The problem
Demar.
is the coaching staff and the front office. Y'all act like John Collins made his own contract. Y'all act like he made his own contract.
But
So
we're not arguing the money. We're not.
yes,
He
y'all
deserved
are.
that.
Y'all
No,
arguing
he
the money.
Demar,
deserved
the
it.
Well, let me say that,
skill
Rashad,
set.
When he
not
was-
you
listen,
specifically.
He
Not you
deserved it
specifically.
when he had 20 and 10, but now when you decline, you went from 20 and 10 to 12 points. We can't blame we blaming 2 coaches. We blaming Nate and we're blaming Quinn. That's 2 coaches.
So let me ask you this, Rashad. If you can't dribble the ball, but I tell you I want you to shoot these threes, and I throw you the ball in the corner, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna shoot it. But that's the
Exactly.
thing.
What you
But
talking
that's
about?
the
That's what they had
thing,
John
though.
Collins doing.
But that's the
Exactly.
thing.
But
That
the-
is,
Can't
you
do
just
anything
Demar,
else.
Demar, you got. I know we drafted John Collins. I get that. I know you know, still hold on to that. We drafted him. You got to let that go. he's past that player that you envision him 20-10, 19-8, whatever he did 5 years ago. Let it go. He not that dude no more. It's time to move on.
Hey,
No, that's what we about to do. We
rebuilding.
rebuilding. We rebuilding the team. That's what we doing.
Hey man, let me get on this conversation, man, because I've been listening, and I gotta say this. First of all, the whole team was awful last year, from Trae Young down to Clint Capella. The whole
not according
team
to all, not according to some.
Listen, Trae Young was down with his 3-point percentage.
He was awful. Awful.
Terrible.
Keep it up. He was fucking awful
DJ,
for the first half of the year.
Demar, you don't have to put such emphasis on that versus the emphasis with
Because he shot 29% and y'all was giving him a pass.
Oh, come on.
DJ was Danny Phantom in the playoffs. He disappeared. He was nowhere to be found. So realistically, man, the whole team is awful right now. One thing I will say about John Collins, though, I would like to see what he could do if we had a better 5. And when I say a better 5, I'm talking about a 5 that can actually create some spacing in the paint. Because here's the thing. You're not going to be able to get rid of him or trade him because his contract. No team is going to take that on. No team is going to take his contract.
I told y'all that
Oh, yeah, they are.
I don't think so. I don't think
Hawks gonna give up that first round pick. That's what they're gonna do.
Hey, I'll give up 2 first to get off.
Right, and that's why Trae Young gonna be out of here in 2 years.
That's true.
Listen, man, nobody's gonna take that John Collins contract, man. That contract is it's not unreasonable because you see a lot of guys in the NBA making big money like that are not super talented. But the thing is, like I said before, man, the whole team was awful last year, so we can't just put all that on John Collins. One thing I will say is about the threes. Hey, man, we're going to have to live with the threes because that's what Quinn does want them shooting threes. We're going to have to live with that. And the guys are going to have to be better. One thing I will give John Collins a little bit of leeway, that finger was messed up, man. I think it was still messed up last season. So here's the thing, man. You're not going to be able to get rid of him because the contract is crazy. The only thing the Hawks can really do is you can either shop 1 or 2 players. You can either shop DeAndre Hunter or you can shop Clint Capella. Those are really the only 2 guys that I think you can move off of. The only reason why I say DeAndre Hunter is because of his age is nice, and all teams are looking for that 3-and-D type of guy, no matter how bad, no matter how good they are. All teams are looking for that. Clint Capella, I think some teams could value his defense, but he just doesn't work with us right now. He doesn't work with the fit. So if you can't move off of John Collins, you got to either fix the small forward or you got to fix the center position. That's it. That's it, man. You can't, because I'm telling you, man.
This how you solve John Collins. This how you unlock John. Get rid of Capella.
Unlock John.
Run the pick and roll through Collins.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Run the. Let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something.
We can't go back in the past.
A lot of y'all, I know. A lot of y'all not picking up on game. Okay. Let me put y'all on the game. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
John Collins is not going nowhere because the Hawks don't want to give up the pick. I told y'all this months ago. Y'all didn't believe me. Nobody. Let me tell you that you gotta attach a pick, not strictly. Excuse me, because of his contract and that the fact that the Atlanta Hawks front office tanked his value. They tanked it, and I told y'all that every time they put out somebody, we trying to move John, they make it harder for them damn selves to move him. So now teams know you desperate to move him. That's another thing that they got going against them. So when they see these trades that they trying to do for Siakam, let me tell you what they about to do to y'all. And y'all don't even see the shit. I see it. What I tell y'all, I always look a year or 2 in advance. That Siakam deal, when Siakam says he not gonna resign, and this dumbass front office still trying to trade for him, it's because he's expiring. They trying to use John to get Siakam. Siakam go play 1 year, and then he's gonna leave. Then the Hawks get to reset the roster with JJ, who can't shoot, AJ, and then we're gonna sit here 2 years from now complaining when Trae Young requests to get traded. That's one thing. Another thing I want to say was this: y'all just be making shit up. Y'all see a couple possessions where he don't get position established, but y'all don't never mention the possessions.
A couple possessions
when he get established position, and Trey and DeJounte and Bogey too sometimes can't even throw him the ball. They look right and can't even make a simple entrance pass. But y'all don't see that because y'all been brainwashed into thinking that, oh, he can't do this. Are y'all serious right now when y'all say that?
John Collins being able to post up a guard or let alone anybody of his own position.
Do I need to pull up highlights of John Collins working in the post? Do I need to pull up highlights? Because if I pull up highlights with him working in the post, I don't want to hear no snap about he can't post nobody up. Do I need to pull up the highlights?
Demond, you can pull up them possessions, and then you can pull up possessions where he fumbling with the ball out of bounds.
And I can pull up,
he fall on the ground.
Do not talk about fumbling the ball when our superstar lead the league in turnovers. When Hunter can't dribble.
So
DeAndre Hunter can dribble better than John Collins, and John
Hunter can't even get past his own man. That's why he can't get to the free throw line. That's why he can't even rebound.
John Collins being able to post up is a 50-50 proposition. We don't know if you're gonna be able to post the dude up or not. So they don't even throw him the ball. Come on, I wouldn't throw him the ball either, because I don't know when he's gonna be able to post the dude up.
You don't have to, because half the time Trae Young throwing this shit in the crowd.
Traveling with the ball. He travel with it too. When you give him the ball, he do that stupid step through travel. I mean, Demond, to Rashawn's point earlier.
What are you talking about?
You can't throw him the ball.
He don't travel
because he can't.
What are you talking about, bro? You pick out one or two incidents over the season and try to make it look like he do it the whole year. Stop with the cap.
He can't even attack a closeout. He can't attack a closeout.
I know you're not talking about defense.
If somebody fly by him on the 3-point line, which by the way, Demond, they wasn't even jumping at him. They was letting him shoot.
Defense.
Oh my God!
They was letting them shoot, and on top, I'm glad you brought up defense.
Are you talking about defense?
Hold on, wait,
Demond. Defense right there.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I'm glad you brought up defense, because the whole reason that we got Clint Capella was because, in part, John Collins piss poor on ball defense. He's been a horrible on ball defender the last 4 years. Look at the numbers.
That's a lie.
Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
You know why they got Clint Capella?
Because
our guards can't stop penetration. So stop with the nonsense, my guy.
John Collins on ball defense is awful.
Now we talking about
on ball
the
last 3 years.
Let me look. Let me go look at Trae Young. Let me look at Murray. Let me look at Hunter. Let me look at let me pull up their defensive rating.
And Demond, I'm looking at his playoff numbers. He gave me 5 points one game. He gave me 8 points another game. He gave me 5 points another game. Then that one good game that he had in game 5, he had 22. And then the elimination game,
now I want you to pull up the usage in the playoffs.
He gave me a -4, -2, -8, and a +2.
Hey, hold on.
Okay, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
I got 3 single-digit games.
Now.
3.
I'm glad you.
I can play JJ. I can
play
JJ. JJ can give me 5 points.
Hold on, I'm finna. Go ahead, talk.
Jalen Johnson can give me in 31 minutes. Jalen Johnson can give me 5 points in 31 minutes.
Matt, let me ask you this.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Hold on, go ahead, RJ. I'm gonna look something up real quick.
Let me ask you this though, Matt. Do you think your boy Snyder, because I really do think Snyder can maybe take JC to another level, man.
He can't.
I think Snyder can take him to another level, man. You put him in the right system, man.
Is this the same RJ that was going off of him after he saw
it is.
Hey, Matt.
Hold on.
Hey, Matt, I'm glad you pulled up. Let me show you some other playoff numbers since we're talking playoffs. I'm glad you pulled that up, man. Hold up. That's the wrong one. Let me pull up these other playoff numbers, and I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all think about this production? Let me know if this production is what y'all consider is what we should be expecting. Where is it at real quick? Okay. Is this the type of numbers we should be expecting in the playoff? That's cool.
No.
Is that cool?
No.
That's all.
Yeah, nah.
Is that cool in the playoffs? I'm just saying now. You brought up college playoff numbers. Now I'm picking you up some playoff numbers.
Let's see if we pull up JC numbers.
Is this any good? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is this good playoff?
Yeah, nah.
Let's get
That's
serious.
good.
Is this good playoff numbers?
And Demond, since you
Matt,
talk about
yes or no?
winning,
I need to hear you, Matt. I
Demond.
didn't hear you. Is this good playoff numbers?
Come on now.
No,
Better than
Demond,
John Collins.
Rashad, I can't hear
Show
you.
John Collins
This good
playoff
playoff
numbers.
Demond,
numbers.
Demond, that's
Hold
one
up,
playoff series.
hold up. Let me see. 8.9 points.
Demond.
Hold up. It's more. Let's look.
25,
Hold up. Since y'all
24,
bring it up. See, that's what I be saying about y'all.
Demond, where's
No,
the
you
two
gotta play them
Demond,
with
hold
each other,
on.
bro.
Whoa. Demond, don't
Now
act
you gotta
don't
see
act like
it,
John
bro.
Collins. Demond, don't act like John Collins is getting the same defensive attention that Trae Young
Matt,
gets.
is this
Don't
good
do that.
playoff
Not at
numbers,
all.
Matt?
No.
Matt,
Don't
is this
do
good?
that. Don't do that for a second.
When Trae Young is
And-
getting double and
and-
triple team.
Is this
not
good
to mention-
playoff numbers? Yes or no, man?
Demond, where's his 5-point games at? Where's his 5-point games at? I don't see.
I don't know, but he
see no
got an
5 points.
eighter. He got 9. But guess what? Let's see what else.
I don't see no 5.
Watch this.
He
Watch
had-
this.
your boy-
I'm really
your boy JC had
finna
two
get your head
5-point
right here,
games.
Matt.
Two.
Matt, look at this.
Two.
Look at this, Matt. Answer me this, Matt and Rashad. 22 field goals made, 31 turnovers. Is that good? Yes or no?
The primary target.
Yeah, nah.
He had a whole.
Is that good? Yes or no?
Demond, he's
defenders.
not facing
$40 million.
Are you being serious?
No, you ignored the
Demond,
fact.
so how Demond, so
You
to prove
ignored
your
the
point,
facts.
you pulled up
Good
something from
Lord.
Look
2
at
years
look
ago.
at y'all coming up with all these excuses,
He
man.
got his
Look
stats.
at all these
Demond, pull up
excuses,
John
y'all
Collins
got.
numbers.
Demond, so
Look
you
at
did.
John Collins
Demond, so
numbers.
you did.
Demond, pull up Collins numbers.
You did all that in
Come on,
defense
pull up
of
Collins
John
numbers.
Collins.
Man,
You
that's what I
did.
be talking about,
You
man.
did all that in defense of John Collins.
John
No, I
Collins.
did
Pull up
all that to
Collins
show
numbers
y'all
from
how
that
y'all
same series.
favor players.
Demond,
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 it's
pull up
clear-
John Collins numbers from
Demond,
that same
You got a
series.
clear favorite in John Collins. You bringing
I
up
mean,
14 other guys on
it's
the
super
roster.
I
obvious.
don't have a
Demond.
clear favorite. First of all, I need
damn, it's obvious.
analysts.
Clear favorite.
I need you to explain to me, analysts. Are those good playoff numbers? Yes or no? Can I hear your answer?
I can't. It happened 2 years ago. I really can't. But
Oh, you
all-
don't. Oh,
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Demond,
I don't remember.
are you gonna
Ask
pull up?
somebody who gonna keep it
Demond, are you
real.
gonna pull up
Demond,
John Collins
Demond.
numbers
Why
in
Q?
that same series?
Why
And
Q?
Dwayne,
Why Q?
Dwayne.
Are those good playoff numbers? Yes or no?
Dwayne,
Hell nah.
Dwayne, I think
Pull
you
up
beat
JC
Dwayne.
playoff numbers.
You're a boo.
Who's the kid?
John
Are those
Collins,
good
Dwayne.
playoff numbers? Yes or no?
Demond,
Let's pull up JC playoff
Demond, pull up John Collins' statistics in that same series.
He won't
No,
even
hell, pull up
supposed to
anybody.
play.
Oh, he
Pull
not
up
supposed
anybody.
to. That's
Pull up
another
anybody.
excuse.
That's
He
not
not
an excuse,
supposed
that's
to
a
play.
fact.
All these
Fact,
excuses.
bro.
Come on now.
Oh
Collins was
my
out.
God,
Collins was
so
out,
many excuses.
And the only
was
reason he
bad.
played was because Capella got hurt. He was already done for the season. But guess what? Now y'all playing dumb
Hey,
because
Demond,
I got
check
your
this
boy
out,
on
Demond.
blast
Check
right there.
this-
I
this
got
off
your
the
boy
bench,
on blast.
Demond.
Come on, man. What else y'all
Hey,
got?
Demond.
Demond,
check this out.
Demond,
I got
Demond.
some.
What else you need to see
What
from
you got,
this dude,
Rashad? Come on,
Collins?
Rashad.
I got some for him.
Rashad, you need some of this heat. You've been hiding out in the
Oh
chat.
yeah,
Come
I
on.
need some of this. But I
Come
got
on.
some for you. You love Travis, don't you? You love Travis. You wish Travis was here right now, right?
I wish he was here right now. Yeah.
So you tell
Absolutely.
me, why was Travis pissed off that we gave John Collins that money?
You're not worth
Because
it.
he didn't think he deserved
didn't
it. That's what I'm
deserve the
table
money.
tell y'all, man.
Travis did not
You
want to
should be
keep
mad
Collins
at
on
the
his team.
owner, not at
He
That's
John.
tried
Russell's
to
fault.
He worked out the best deal to get Collins' ass up out of here.
And
Didn't
who
he?
said no? Who
The
said no?
owner.
Then
But
that's
why-
who you need to be
He
upset
didn't
with.
want Collins on his team because
That's who
Collins,
you need to be upset with.
Collins fits. He fits the past NBA, not the modern NBA. Forwards, you
But
got to be able
Rashad,
to do something. He
Rashad,
doesn't
you proving my point, my guy. You proving my
It doesn't
point.
matter what team
Y'all
he's
just
on,
don't
he's not
want him
gonna
here.
fit.
If John Collins was making $10 million, y'all wouldn't
Nah,
even give
I
him
would
fuck.
care. I would still
Nah,
care. I wouldn't want him on a roster.
Yeah, because you just, bro, you just
No,
said it.
no,
You just
I
said it,
don't
Rashad.
like
You
him.
just
No.
said it.
No.
Demond, it's not about Demond. It's not about the money. It's about his piss poor production. That's the
I
problem.
just showed you piss poor production.
Demond, them numbers were still better than Collins. Pull up Collins numbers for
I
that
just
same
showed you
series.
piss poor production. No, you pulled
I-
up
pull
you
up-
pulled
pull
up
up Collins
Collins
numbers.
numbers.
Pull up
and I
Collins
pull up
numbers from
Frank.
that same series.
Matt,
Pull them up.
I didn't
Pull
hear
them
your
up.
response, man. I got
Pull
a
up
response.
Collins
from
numbers.
No, I didn't get one
Pull
from
up
analysts.
Collins
He's
numbers
scared
from
to
that
respond.
same series.
Matt,
I
let's
want to
see,
see
are you
what they
gonna
are.
be? Are you gonna
Pull
be a
them
man?
up.
Are those
Pull
good
them up. Are
playoff
you gonna
numbers,
pull up
Matt?
Collins
Yes or
numbers
no?
from that same series?
See,
Pull
watch
them up.
this. Watch this. I can sit here and say
You're not gonna
John
pull them up.
Collins.
I know
listen,
you're not. I know you're not
listen.
gonna pull them up.
No, because I don't got to. You know why? Because see, I can sit here and say this. He was horrible in the playoffs this year. You see how easy that
So
was?
wait a minute.
This year,
Damon,
no.
just a
This
second.
year,
Just a
last
second.
year.
Wait a minute, Matt. Just a second. So why is it okay when we talk about John Collins' playoff numbers? You can defer to Trey, but we can't defer back to John Collins in the same year.
No, because watch this, analyst.
No,
Watch this.
Damon.
Watch this. I'm finna tell you. I'm finna tell you.
Okay.
Because I agree with y'all. He was horrible. See how easy that is?
You know
Okay,
you
so
know what
why
it is,
the-
Damon?
what-
No.
Pull him
You know
up.
what it is, Damon?
Pull
Damon,
up
if
the
it's
you know what it
numbers.
is?
Because listen, all I'm gonna do is agree with y'all.
No,
pull
Damon,
him
we
up.
need to blame
I'm
for Trey
agreeing
Young's
with y'all.
production,
The
Damon.
problem
We need to
is,
blame the
when
coach.
I call out y'all guys,
We
when
need
I
to
call out
blame
these guys
the
y'all
coach for Trey
worship,
Young's production,
y'all
Damon.
don't
That's
even
what we
have
need
the
to do.
guts to say, was Trey Young horrible, Matt? Yes or
Nope,
no?
I'm blaming the coach. I'm blaming the coach.
There you go. There you go. See, that's the difference.
I'm
between
blaming
me and y'all.
just like you
I can
blaming the
sit
coach
here
for
and
John
say,
Collins' failures.
man,
I'm
I can
blaming
sit
the coach
here-
for Trey Young's failures.
Listen. I can sit here and say Collins was terrible in the playoffs this year. I can say that. See how
No,
easy
not
that
just
was?
the
But
But
playoffs,
see,
the
you
whole
can't
year.
do that.
But
You
Damon,
can't
The
do
whole
that
year.
because
But
you're a
Damon,
Trey
What do you
Young
mean the
fan.
playoffs?
But
You a
The
Trey
whole
Young
year.
fanboy.
But you
You a
just
fanboy.
You just told us that it was the coach's
Come
fault.
on, you
with
just spent the
John
last
Collins'
30
failure.
I
minutes.
said
You just
Rashad
spent the
is
last
saying
30 minutes.
he
with
said
John
why Collins is
jersey
doing A,
on.
B, C,
What
and
you
D.
talking about?
I said
Which is
because
the
the
problem.
coach is putting him in he's not putting him in
Okay,
positions
Damon,
to
I
be
can use that
successful.
same.
When we were talking
Damon, I can
earlier in
use
the
that
year,
same thing for DeAndre Hunter. I can use that same argument for
Matt.
Trey Young.
Matt,
What you talking
Damon,
about?
are these
It's the
numbers
coach.
bad? Yes or no, Matt?
when we were talking
Yes, the
Pull it
earlier
up
in
numbers are
the
again.
bad,
Maybe you
Damon.
didn't see
But
that,
don't,
Matt. Maybe you
Damon,
didn't get to
Damon,
see that. Let me
really?
pull it up again for you. Matt,
Damon, you talk about
are
a
these
dude
good
who
numbers?
got
Rashad.
triple team versus
Rashad,
a dude who's wide
are
open.
these good playoff numbers, Rashad?
I'm not saying that till you pull up JC numbers.
Oh,
I'm not saying
okay.
He not gonna pull it. He not gonna pull
I
him
can
up.
pull up JC numbers, man.
Rashad, don't worry
I
about it.
got
He
you.
ain't gonna pull up. He ain't gonna pull up John Collins numbers.
right now. Y'all don't know
Pull
what
up
to
He
say.
JC numbers.
He ain't
Y'all
gonna
don't know
pull up
what.
Collins
You
numbers.
know what?
He
Let
ain't
me
gonna
pull
pull
up.
him
What
up.
year
Let
you
me ask
want?
y'all something.
What year you want, man? What year you want?
I want this year.
Both
last
of them.
year.
I want
Okay,
last
I'll
year
pull 'em up.
too.
I'll pull them up. Watch this. I'll pull them up. Let me pull them up. Let's see. You want his season or you just want the playoffs?
I want the playoffs.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Same year.
Tell me how many 5-point games he had.
Let's pull them up.
And this a dude you trying to save.
That was 2023.
Sorry, I
You
just
falling
think
on
the
your, you falling on your sword for a dude that gave you 5
Bro, you
points.
can't even. You not
in
even.
2 of the
You
5
don't even have.
games.
Listen. You can't even sit here and say this shit is horrible.
I said it was bad, but
I
like
can't
you
hear
blamed,
you. What are these
like
good
you
numbers?
blame,
Yes
like
or
you
no?
blame, like
Are these
yes,
good
it's
numbers?
bad.
Yes or
Yes.
no?
Right.
they're
Huh?
bad.
They're
They're
awful.
bad.
Yeah, they bad.
You
We
see,
want
you
JC
see how
numbers,
y'all-
man.
you see- hey, you see how
I'm blaming the
y'all
coach.
trying to forget
I'm
that
blaming
didn't
the
happen.
coach just like you
Y'all
did.
trying to forget that didn't happen.
I'm blaming the coach. I'm
Y'all
blaming the
trying to
coach
act
just
like that
you
didn't
did for
happen.
Collins.
Because if
I'm blaming
I
the
didn't
coach.
put them numbers up in front of y'all would have never mentioned that. But see, when
Hey,
I
man.
blast y'all with these numbers, you can't argue that.
Come on,
You can't
Damon,
debate
pull up Collins' numbers, Damon.
Hold up.
Don't
Analyst, pull it up,
Don't-
analyst.
don't-
Pull it up,
drag
analyst.
it. Don't drag it,
I'ma
Damon.
pull him
Come
up.
on,
You
pull
wanna-
him up.
He
Go ahead,
dragged
Lamar.
it
Go
up.
ahead, analyst.
Let
Go
me leave
ahead,
this up
analyst.
there while I get it real quick so y'all can look at it.
That's awful.
That's fucking awful.
That's a disgrace.
He's supposed to be
And
the
these are fans.
That's not that bad considering you got 3
Put them
guys.
in
These are
jail.
fans.
horrible.
Those numbers.
That's not that. That's
Them
not
Them
that
jail
bad.
TV numbers.
That's not that bad considering you know
Okay, there you go. That's what he did this year.
4 rebounds. Oh my God.
as a powerful. That's
As a
11
power forward.
points.
Are we
11
talking rebound? Oh, that's what we talking.
Damon,
We talking
Damon,
rebounding?
Damon,
Is
you
that
know-
what we on
Damon,
today? You
Damon,
sure
you
you
know I
talking
asked
about
Damon.
rebound? or shot?
Damon,
You
he's
know
the
I
power
asked him last
forward.
year.
He's the power
Okay, let me
forward.
pull it. Okay, so
Oh,
we're talking
my God.
rebounding. All right, let's see what we got
No,
here.
Damon, I said
Let me
last
see.
year.
Let me
these
see
numbers
what.
last year.
Let me show y'all some rebounding numbers real quick since we're talking rebounding now. Okay, hold up.
Rebounding with power forwards.
Power forward.
Let me see something here.
I know you're
Oh
gonna pull
my
up DeAndre
God,
Hunter's
have
rebounds,
mercy.
which you know.
Which what? Which what, analyst?
Oh, hey, you know,
Come
go,
on now.
Come
Why
on,
you
come
saying
with it.
this, man?
Which what? Which
how
what,
you-
analyst? Let me hear it. Which what?
What
I
you
see.
mean?
Which
Hey,
what? I
How
can't
you
hear you.
defending this, man? Come on, man. I know.
I
know
can't hear you,
better than
analyst.
this,
What you
man.
about to say? I got waiting. I'm
Lord,
waiting.
I know you better than this, man.
Listen.
You don't like mediocre
Go ahead,
players.
analyst. Go ahead, analyst.
Trolling. You
So
trolling.
look, what
John-
y'all think
John-
about?
John,
What y'all
hold
think
on.
about KP?
I thought analyst
gotta be
had. I
trolling.
thought analyst had something to say on some rebounding numbers. I'm about
listen.
to say.
John,
What
Gotta be
y'all-
trolling, baby boy.
as a power forward, okay, averaged 4 rebounds in the playoff series. That's not good. Okay, now
Right, you right.
listen,
You right.
Damon,
You right.
listen, you. I don't understand this argument
Love.
you're putting up. This
I'm trying-
argument and
I'm
debate.
God
There's
have
just-
mercy.
Damon,
Lord have
there's no
mercy.
there's no real reason or case to defend this guy. I mean, he's
What I'm
on-
showing y'all,
He's
what I'm trying
soft.
to show y'all
he can't
is
post
how
up,
y'all
he
hold
can't
certain
dribble.
players to different standards.
That's
of
the whole
if
team.
you like them or not.
That's not true. That's not true, man.
Damon,
That's
but
not true at
How
all.
come,
you-
y'all,
Damon,
how
you
come,
can- Damon,
how
you can-
come I had
but
to
you
force
can-
y'all to
but you
sit there
can-
and say
Damon, you
that,
can
that
drag.
was horrible? What?
So
Just
why?
like
So
you
why?
tell
Are
me.
we, so why?
Damon,
so
you can
what's-
drag every other player, and then when it comes to John Collins, you hop into his defense quickly.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
And
what
just-
else side with JC?
You
No,
do.
I
Come
don't.
on,
That's
Damon.
a good
Come
job,
on.
Didn't
Come
I
on
just
now.
sit here, analyst? Yes or
I'm
no?
not even the biggest fan
Analyst.
of Harden. When it comes to players
Analyst.
like that, go ahead.
As a good Christian man, didn't I
I'm
just sit right
blind.
here? Analyst.
I'm telling you,
As a
I'm telling
Christian
you
man.
what you've been doing for the past
Did I
hour.
not sit here? Did I not sit here and say
Oh,
he was
Lord.
horrible this year in the playoff? Didn't I just say that?
No, Damon, stop saying this year. Say period. The last 3 years. Stop
Okay.
isolating it to 1
Well,
year.
let's see what he. Well, okay, well, let's see what he did the last 3 years. Then let's see what he did.
So the
Let's see
year,
what he did,
so,
man.
So,
I
so
mean,
the year, so the
we
year
can
before,
look at the numbers. Let's see. That was 20.
the year before the 11-point playoff time, he had 9 points and 4 rebounds in the playoff.
Oh Lord, have
I
mercy.
mean,
He out there just
Yeah, that's
stealing
horrible.
money. Just
That's
stealing
horrible.
it. He out there stealing it.
And what year was that one, analyst? What year was that one?
21-22.
21-22.
21-22.
I mean, he at this point he should be a felon, just
Man.
stealing bank heists, just stealing money from the bank of the Atlanta
John
Hawks.
Collins coming to work and he's stealing money, man. That
Just
man.
stealing.
So,
All on stealing money.
Stealing
All
money,
they had
hugging
stealing.
the other dude, hugging the other dudes from the other teams,
But see,
grabbing them up.
I wouldn't even say my problem is with my problem is with people like people.
So that's bad right
wanna
there?
go over here.
That's
I-
bad?
my people is
That's-
problem with people like Dwayne who can't.
Is that
accept-
bad? That's bad right there. That's bad.
Yes, it's bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
For
bad.
$25 million, yes.
So 32. So you telling me
That was
14?
but-
Hold
wait a
up.
minute.
I just
Demond,
want to
no.
make sure we on the
No.
same
Hold up.
I want to
Hold up,
make
Demond.
sure we on the same
Hold
sheet of
up,
music.
Demond. Hold up.
So you
Demond.
telling me
Demond. Hold up.
14 points,
Xavier, you're
8-4,
wrong.
55% shooting from the field is
Come on.
bad. Yes or no?
Come on.
Well, let me.
Yeah.
So
Also,
Yes,
we
it's
also-
bad. Yeah.
also
Is it
have
bad?
to-
Yes, bro? Is it bad?
You
Yes
also
or
have to
no?
look
All,
at-
what does Trey
y'all let me
average
know what
at?
time it is.
How many,
Yeah.
games, how many games does it say that John Collins played?
18.
Exactly. That was the year we went on the conference. That's a bigger body
Right.
of work.
So that's
Okay, so
bad,
put-
right? That's bad.
Demond,
Yeah.
That's bad.
pull up Trae Young stats on that run. That same year.
Is it bad? Yes or no?
It's not
Yes.
bad. But put,
Yes,
It's
it
bad.
is.
So Rashad said it's
I don't-
bad.
I don't think
Analyst,
it's
is
bad.
it bad? Yes or no?
I already know what he gonna do. He gonna go back to trade numbers.
I don't think it's
I'm
bad.
just saying, man.
But
I'm
go
just,
ahead.
is it bad? Yes or
Hey,
no?
hey, that's okay.
Xavier,
He can go back to
Xavier,
trade
you're
numbers.
wrong.
They
You're
better
wrong.
than
You
13.
and
Is
Dwayne
it
are
bad?
wrong.
Yes or no? See, that's y'all
You
just
and Dwayne
proving my
are wrong.
point that y'all be biased as hell, man.
Okay, Demond,
Because y'all like certain
Demond,
players. Just
Come
say
on,
that.
you've
then.
been biased the
I'll do
last
it.
hour
I'll
and
do
a
it,
half.
man.
I'm
Just
biased.
say you listen.
Nice.
Because
If
when
you
I pull
trash,
up
you
trade
trash, man.
numbers, y'all got every excuse in the book.
Yeah.
Anybody else
Wait a
numbers,
minute. Wait,
y'all
hold
shit
on.
up.
Demond.
I'm just saying,
Demond.
man.
Demond, so
Are they getting the same?
that-
Are they
that
getting the
same
same
year-
defensive coverage?
that same year,
Huh?
Trae Young averaged 28, almost 29 points
Shoot, what did he
Right.
shoot from the field? What did he shoot from the field?
Better than Collins.
for 42%.
Horrible.
Listen,
What?
listen.
Yeah,
come
that's
on
horrible.
now. Come on now.
Hey,
Come
Matt,
on now.
Matt, you want to
Come on.
bet that? I bet you money he didn't shoot better than Collins. You want to bet that? You
Uh,
sure? You sure you want to
Well,
bet that?
Well, from three.
You better
That's
look it
the
up
only
real
thing
quick. Look it up
Collins-
real quick
that's the
before
only-
you bet that.
That's the only attempts Collins have that's meaningful is 3-point.
Do you want to bet
I ain't
who
talking about
shot
the
better
dunks.
from the field, Matt? Trey or John?
From 3? Trey probably shot better.
From the field, Trey or John?
I don't know.
He trying to look his
points
state, try to look
this
that
year.
shit up real quick.
Where's the 3-point
Trying
shoot?
to look it up.
He averaged 29 and 10 in the playoffs this past year. So, I mean,
What did
very
Collins
good.
average this past year?
What's the argument?
and Xavier,
was terrible this
Xavier, I like you. I
Argument
like
is
you,
this.
Xavier.
I'm not
but
arguing.
you should be
I'm
you should
just
be
showing
ashamed of you
how
should be
fans
ashamed
for
of
the
yourself.
Atlanta Hawks.
That is a disgrace.
They're
say
biased
something
as
like
hell towards certain players, and y'all don't put the blame on the people where it need to be. And
It's
then
not
y'all don't
good.
like to add context
Wait a
neither,
minute,
unless
wait a
it's
minute, wait a
listen,
minute.
unless it's
Demar,
Trey
how you
Young.
gonna blame Demar? How you
Unless
gonna
it's
blame
Trey, y'all
everybody
don't
else in
even
the
add
world for
context.
John
Y'all be
Collins'
like,
struggles,
man, he
except
can't do
John
nothing.
Collins?
And then when I drop some numbers, you know
So,
what? Hold up, man.
just a
Hold up,
second.
hold up.
Demar,
So
Demar,
just a
his,
second.
Demar, his numbers haven't been declining the last
Dwayne.
3 years.
Dwayne, so you bring up this 29% from 3, okay? When we talk about John Collins, you're talking about the coach. Listen, you should be ashamed
You
of
don't bring
yourself
the
as
coach
well,
up for
Dwayne.
DeAndre Hunter.
You should be ashamed of yourself as well, Dwayne. I would love it if you came up here and said some of the blasphemy that you are spewing as well as you, Xavier. Because listen, you're talking about 29% from 3. It went up in the playoffs, okay? Number
awful.
one, it went up in the playoffs.
Analysts always saying
Okay.
somebody should be ashamed of themselves. Man.
They should. Listen, Xavier, you should be ashamed of yourself. And I like Xavier, but he should be ashamed of himself saying something like, "Oh, well, he's really not worth." Listen, okay,
He's not.
you give it's excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, okay, for all these other guys. But when it comes to the guys that either you have pressure to be overcritical on or you just don't like, then it's very easy for you to say that. Listen, I gave John Collins credit. I gave John Collins credit for that playoff series. That was the last good playoff series he had. After that, he went down the drain. Okay. Now, Trae Young did not have a good playoff series against Miami. I mean,
He quit.
Anytime you shoot Demar, I'm not gonna add on. I'm not gonna
You know he quit.
Like,
You know he quit. That got there. Eric supposed to shut his ass down. You know what happened. Keep it a buck. You a coach. You know exactly what happened. You a coach. You know exactly what happened.
But yeah, so I think that year was bad, but then he had a great bounce back playoffs this year. You know,
So Demar,
he was
did
listen,
John Collins quit this year, or it's just his talent?
Shit, he ain't quit. He was fucking awful this year in the playoffs. What you talking about?
That's
Pick
all I
one.
was wondering.
You see how easy that is for me to say, Matt?
Did he
You know
quit,
why I
or
can
was
say
his
that?
number, or was his play just?
You know how easy it is for me to say that? You know why I can say
it's
that, Matt,
not.
with so much ease?
Demar,
It's because
the
at
last
the end of the day,
the last
What?
hour and a half you've been having to try to piece together numbers to justify.
I
Collins
ain't pieced
being-
together nothing. Once I showed you that the Trey Young numbers, you ain't had
Why
shit
we
to say,
even,
man.
Demar, why we even bringing up Trey Young? We talking about John Collins' failures
Because
Why
I'm
we bringing
showing
up-
you
why
how
we
you
bringing up
bias
somebody
towards
else?
certain players.
No.
Yes, you
DeAndre
are.
Hunter had
Yes, you are.
career year this year, and you
And
bring up his
Murray,
failures.
wait, say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Career- DeAndre Hunter had a career year. Murray
Okay,
didn't, but
watch this. Watch this.
Murray didn't.
Murray
Yeah,
had a
right.
career year from 3
When?
this year.
I'm talking about all points per game. This was a career year for Hunter.
His points
But
went down 1
you
point,
try-
considering he's not the
you-
number one option anymore.
you
But
try-
you call him
you-
a
you
mid-ass
trying to-
player.
You trying to throw Hunter
Am I
off
right,
the cliff.
analyst?
You
Analyst.
trying to throw Hunter off the cliff, and this was
I
his
ain't trying to
best
throw
year.
Hunter nowhere.
But Collins,
I'm telling you,
I mean, this is
he
this
can't.
is
I'm
a
telling you,
reclamation
Hunter
project for
is
Collins.
a 4th overall draft pick, and you ain't getting 4th overall production. I don't care what his contract is. We moved up to get this guy, and he an average ass player. But you act like he's some freaking superstar defender. He ain't never made no off defensive nothing. He can't dribble. He can't get to the basket. He do the same move. But then when I tell y'all,
don't that sound,
y'all say the same thing about Collins.
Doesn't that
When I
sound
say that
reminiscent
about
of
Hunter,
Collins?
when I
Doesn't
say
that
that
sound
about
reminiscent of
Hunter,
Collins? Why
you
when
give me
why
excuses.
when you get rid of the dude who make more money? Don't that sound very similar to Collins? Why when
Man,
you get rid of the
Come
dude who
on,
make
man.
more
I
money?
already told you why they can't move John.
Huh?
I told you that months
What?
ago. I told y'all months ago the Hawks was gonna have to put a 1st round pick
And
because of the
even
money.
still, Demond, with all those omissions you named from Hunter, pull up the 5-point game he had. in the playoffs? Pull it up.
5-point game, bro. What are you talking about?
Where is that?
Did we win? Did we win a playoff game?
No, it's not.
Any play? Watch this. No, because you acting like. Let me tell you something,
jumping
man.
around. We talking
You be
about
acting like Hunter.
Then you jumping
like
team.
Hunter is a game changer. Because you know what?
Demond, we talking.
All you can live off of. All you can live off of. Watch this.
Stay focused on the numbers. We talking about numbers, Demond. Stay
Every
focused on
time
the
Hunter,
numbers.
watch this. Here goes some numbers for you. Every time Hunter leads us in scoring in the playoffs, we lose. Every fucking time. Yes or no?
Yes.
Look it up before you respond.
Yes.
Okay.
Look it up every time. And that's why I go to that because that's all you got to live off of, man.
I can do the same. I can do
that's
the same
all
thing
you
for
got
John
to live
Collins.
off of. That's
I can do the
it.
same thing for John Collins. What you talking about?
What?
I could do the same thing for John. I could pull up John Collins'
Bro,
big
I don't
games.
talk about John Collins' playoff numbers. That's what you be doing. Well, what he do in the playoffs? Hunter
No,
did this in the
his- no,
playoffs.
Demond,
Did he
no,
lead
no,
us to
no,
any
no, no,
fucking
no, no.
wins
I
in the
didn't know.
playoffs? Hell no.
I don't even know how we got to the playoffs. His old. You don't even got to bring up the playoffs. Just look at his regular season numbers. They're bad. They're awful.
Who?
For a guy we paying $25 million to?
Bro, Hunter get 20%
terrible.
usage. He the number 4 overall pick, and he a goddamn average ass player.
Demond, he averaged 2 more attempts per game than John Collins.
Listen,
2.
listen.
Two
Your
more
boy
attempts.
Hunter. I'm gonna tell you, you ain't gotta believe me. The league told you what they thought of DeAndre Hunter. The Pacers won't even give up the 7th pick for this dude. They rather take a rookie.
And Demond, a team won't even give up Bartons for John Collins.
JC.
We got to add a pick just to take back bad money because
Right, they don't want the money.
Awful.
I told you that, Matt. Don't tell me like I ain't told y'all that months ago.
No,
I
Demond,
told
it's
y'all
not
that
just the
months
pick.
ago.
Demond,
You
it's
told
just not
me.
the pick.
Oh, he
Demond,
gonna
it's
get
not the
moved.
pick.
I told you.
He is gonna get moved.
Yeah, when the
First week of July.
Hawks
First
decide
week of
to
July.
attach a first round pick to take on the money. Yep.
Come on.
Then how come Landry didn't already trade him? Didn't Landry say?
Demond, it's top priority, top
He's
number
gone.
one priority.
We gonna
The
take an L, but he
singular
gone,
priority
man.
is
gone.
to get the hell off
As
of John
soon
Collins.
as we attach a first round pick, like I told y'all months ago. Come on, don't act like I ain't told y'all that.
A first
Did I
round
not
pick,
say
it
that
could
months
be
ago?
2
Yeah, that's
first
true.
round picks.
That's
it could
true.
be 10 second round picks, whatever it take. They about to dump his ass.
But let me
As
tell you this,
soon as-
man.
as soon as
Your
July
boy
1
Hunter,
hit.
we moved up in the draft. That's probably Travis's worst fucking mistake, taking his fucking bum. 4th overall.
Well, Demond, the man who you
Hunter
the man
should have
who you
been
heap-
picked goddamn 10 for 12.
Demond, the man who you heap praise on, Travis
15.
said himself that he didn't draft DeAndre Hunter to be a superstar. He said that out of his own mouth. So he said he
That's
drafted
what I
DeAndre
just
Hunter.
said. That's Travis'
He
worst
drafted
mistake
DeAndre
of
Hunter to
all
be a
time.
glue guy.
Drafting, you
Be
don't
a
draft
glue
a
guy
glue
for
guy
us.
4th overall.
Well, that's
if
the man
it's a-
you just.
if
That's
it's
the man
a-
you
if it's
just
a- if it's a
Who went
praised.
this year?
Demond,
Who went
if
fourth
it's-
in the
Demond,
draft
you
this
just
year?
If it's a
you
weak
just praised
draft,
him now.
then you
Who went
can.
4th in the
20
draft
minutes
this
ago.
year?
If it's a weak draft, Demond, then you can.
Who went 4th in the draft this year?
One of the twins. One of the twins.
Amon Thompson.
Oh, that's a glue guy?
No,
I don't know
Demond.
how they view
Demond, you didn't listen to what I said. I said if it's a weak draft, this is one of the best drafts in NBA
Bro, they
history.
say that
I don't
shit
know how
every
they.
year.
I don't know how they
Every
view.
year,
But the
it's
man who
a bad
drafted him,
draft.
the
It's
man
full of so
who
many
drafted
guys.
him, the man who
If
drafted him
it's
didn't
a-
say he was a superstar. He said he didn't draft him to be a superstar.
Hey, all I know is one player is going up, the other one is going down. That's all I
Declining.
gotta say.
Who going down? John Collins?
Goddamn right.
He been going
Boy, the
down.
12.
Okay, look though. Okay, you saying John Collins going down, but you remember when KP played with Luka? They were saying the same shit about KP.
Because he stayed
They were
hurt.
like, oh, he done
Hold
fell
on
out.
now.
He stayed hurt.
That's
They
what
were doing the same thing.
Are you comparing the two?
Good job, YQ.
His numbers got way worse with Luka.
Yup.
Because he
No,
barely.
are you comparing KP and Collins? I'm confused.
No, I'm saying like they would
Okay,
think he fell out
okay.
just-
So YQ, so you're saying that John Collins need to be a number one option to be what y'all want him to be.
But hold on, but
Nah,
that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Hold up, YQ. I got you, Mike.
You brought up Chris
Hold on, we gotta get facts in here.
KP.
What was KP at?
Don't worry. I'm finna get him. KP came
What
to
was he
Dallas
averaging
to
in
be
New
the
York?
number 2 option. Rick Carlisle, because Luka
Oh,
Doncic
my
was
God.
so ball dominant, took KP and put his ass in the corner. KP said
Seriously?
he don't like standing in the corner shooting threes.
That's
He
what
wanted
he
to be more
do.
involved. That's what he said. That's out his
Okay,
mouth.
you do, though.
Look it up.
Okay,
I ain't
so
making it up.
we're-
Look it up.
when Chris
We're acting like
Porzingis-
When they
like
traded
KP.
KP, when
KP
KP
averaged 25 a
Cleveland,
game
though.
in New
did his
York.
numbers go up? Yes or no?
He averaged 25
Dude,
games,
he's doing
the
25
same
games in New
thing.
York.
Yeah, but when he went to the Mavericks, he was
When he
trash.
played against how
He
many
said he
games?
fell
No,
off.
but he had
He's
a
doing the
point of
same
reference to
thing.
go back to. He averaged 25 games.
John
in New York.
Collins do too. He got the 20 and 10.
Oh,
Man, come on, 5-6 years ago.
Come on
So that's
now.
what we living on.
When Porzingis was. When Porzingis was.
He had one good year last year, man.
bro.
Oh, now he just had one good year.
John Collins. John
Here
Collins.
we go.
We was just
Here
trying
we
to
go
get him.
with
We
this
was just
shit.
trying to
Hold
get
on,
him.
wait a minute.
We was just trying to get KP. We just
John
wanted him.
Collins,
I didn't want him. Y'all wanted him. I didn't want
We
and
just
why
trying to get him.
y'all know that season y'all keep hanging on to by a thread with John
No,
Collins.
I'm not hanging on
that
to that. You know what I'm
19
hanging
point
on?
game
You know
season.
what season I'm hanging on.
What was his assist? What was his assist rate?
Who assist rate?
John Collins. How many points was assisted on that 19-point season? Y'all keep hanging on to.
What difference does it make?
70%.
Somebody passed him
70%
the
of
ball?
his attempts was
Somebody gave
assisted.
him the ball?
Seven-
Okay.
70%. So he has
Okay.
never been able to dribble. He has never been able to create his own shot.
Now this what I want you to
The
do.
problem
Matt.
is he's not in the pick and roll as much as he was before, getting fed baby food. So when he got to
Now
create
this what I
his
want
own
you to do.
attempts,
Now I want you to go.
he
I want
struggles.
you to go watch his. I want
He's
you to go
been
watch
that
his
way his
college
whole
highlights.
career. It's
Go
just
watch
more
his college
emphasized
highlights.
now because he's not getting no baby food.
Go
That's
watch
the
John
problem.
Collins highlights and show me where in his
I don't
career.
need to see highlights.
Go
I've seen
show
him play.
me where in his career he was supposed. They wanted him to create off the dribble. I need to know when
What do you
when was
mean?
this?
So, wait, Demond. So they're gonna bench him? If he
Go
can create
back
off the
when he
dribble?
was in Wake Forest and show me where he was supposed to get the ball and dribble and create on his own. I need you to do that. for me.
Demond, that same comment that you're talking about for John Collins, when I brought up Hunter 2 months ago,
What about
it's on the player to develop. The player's
What-
supposed to
what you
develop on
say?
his own.
What?
That same statement you just made about John Collins not
Right.
being asked to develop his game or not developing his game because he
He
wasn't
has
asked
developed
to.
his game.
When I brought
That's
that up
not
for
what you're saying.
Hunter,
You lying.
when I brought that
But
up
go
for
ahead.
Hunter, you said that's on an individual player. The player has to get better. The
Right.
player got to improve. I said Hunter didn't get drafted to take dudes off the dribble. He got drafted to shoot threes off the pick and roll. Now with John
Oh, so
Collins, 'cause
now-
you like
so-
him,
okay,
it's a
okay.
different argument. It's
No, it's not a different
it's on the
argument.
coach. The
It's
coach
not a
got to
different
get him
argument.
better.
It's not a different
It's
argument
the same
because
thing.
no, because what you just did was lie.
I didn't lie. I could pull
Yes, you
up the
did.
video. I can have Alan. I can
So
have Alan pull
Collins,
it
so
up.
you telling me John Collins has not added nothing to his game?
Nope.
No,
Cap.
no.
Lies.
Demond,
added three?
Demond, I'm talking about
Lies.
Demond.
You're
off the
lying to
dribble.
try to prove
Off
your
the
point,
dribble.
my
Demond,
guy.
off the dribble. Well,
Okay,
off
but watch
the dribble
this.
move have he added to his
Okay.
game?
Since we doing that, what has Hunter added to his game?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, your numbers don't get better automatically.
What
after
has
blue.
Hunter added
Yo,
to his
no,
game?
The numbers
Answer
have
that
gone
shit.
up for
Your
Hunter
numbers don't
every
get better after
year.
blue. He scores a little bit better. He hasn't
The
been
numbers have
healthy.
gone up.
If we want to say facts, last
Done
year was
nothing.
Hunter's first year when he played the most
Rashad,
games. His numbers
did you
went up.
just
Be
say-
real. Be
Rashad,
real. Demond, you keep
Rashad.
saying be real, keep it 100. How
Go
many?
ahead.
Last year was the first time Hunter was almost like 100% healthy. And
And how many years he been in the league?
I mean,
Like
you
five.
can't help your health, man. Like that's
And we
something.
gave
like,
him, so we gave him $90 million.
it don't matter, though. You can't.
So we just
blame
gave
that
him
man for
90
being
million,
hurt,
and
man.
we just
You
gave him
can't blame
90
him.
million, and you saying that
Hunter-
he's an injury risk?
Hunter, he spent his summer rehabbing. You can't work on your game. JC, what shit wrong with JC except for his finger? And the man come back, can't dribble, can't post up, still
Neither can
small.
Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter can't
yeah,
do none of
no.
that.
Hunter is
Hunter
bigger
can't do none of that.
than
He's
JC.
Still
forward.
soft.
Hunter is bigger
Still
than JC.
soft.
You went to the game. I've been to the games. Hunter
I've
is
been to
bigger
the
than
game.
JC,
Hunter not
bro.
bigger than JC. That's cap.
That's what I'm. Yes, see, I've been
No,
to the
he
games.
not.
I agree with that.
I've been to the
I
games.
agree with
That's
that.
cap.
Hunter
I
is
agree
bigger
with
than
that.
him, bro.
I've been to the game. I know where I sit at. I'm right
Bro,
with the
Hunter,
players.
Hunter is rock solid, bro.
JC.
But
And
he's
that's
not-
why
No,
he's
no,
still
no,
still.
Rashad.
And that's why he's still
Hunter
still, 'cause
is
he's
very
rock solid.
solid, but JC is a,
Not
is a bigger
solid.
guy.
Hunter
But to me,
stiff, though.
but to
Hunter
me,
stiff.
but to me,
Because he's
Demond,
big. He's
the
more
fact
muscular. He has
that
more
JC
muscle
is
on
that
him, man.
big
I'm
and
telling
can't
you
post
this.
somebody up is disappointing.
I agree with that, Rashad. I agree with that. I think Hunter's more stacked than John Collins. He's more physical.
I know this for a fact. I've been to
He
the
got
game.
more
I see
body
these
mass
dudes stand
than
side
Collins.
by side to each other, man.
Collins,
Hey, that's a
Collins can't
fact
even
right there,
Col-
Michael.
Oh, hey,
Michael, this a
Demond,
fact.
When has
We not
DeAndre
trying to
Hunter had
win.
trouble
You right.
posting up?
You
We're not
100%
trying to
right.
win because we're trying to keep players that's averaging
You
11 points and
100%
4
right. You
rebounds.
100%
That's
right.
why we're not trying
We're not
to
trying to
win.
win.
12
Why we
points.
not
We're trying to
win?
keep a
Rashad,
guy that
go ahead.
average 12 points a game.
And we
Go ahead,
bashing a
Rashad.
point guard that's giving us 27 to 10. And
Don't
we
worry,
bashing
don't worry.
a small forward who's getting better every year. But we want to sit here and argue about keeping a guy that's giving us 11 points and 4 rebounds.
Damn shame.
So you rather keep Clint over John?
Goddamn right.
Nobody. Keep nobody.
I really want both of them
go.
I want both of them going.
I'm gonna keep
If I had
somebody
a
that's
choice-
elite in something.
If I had to pick though,
He's
and y'all
elite
know
in
how much I
something,
hate
bro.
Capella. Well, I don't hate Capella. You know how much I dislike Capella, especially on this basketball team. I would pick Capella staying over John Collins
Every day of the week.
Well, can Clint go up or is he on the decline?
Shit,
He don't
on the
do that.
decline. He on the decline too.
Well,
We done matched his ass out.
he's
he's
hey,
still
But
just
it ain't-
playing
it
well
ain't-
in the
John-
top
but
5,
John
top
going-
10.
but
Number
John
two.
going out sad. John going out sad. He just got to go.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Why are we
He
holding
going-
on to
he
mediocre-
going
So who we
real
gonna
estate.
replace him with? Who we gonna replace him with?
anybody?
JJ.
Don't say
Kelly
JJ.
Olynyk.
I'll take
Kelly
JJ over here because
Olynyk,
JJ
anybody.
has a skill set.
But look,
JJ
had to go-
can't shoot.
JJ had to go to
John
the
JJ
DBs.
JJ
JC
can't shoot.
can't
JJ
shoot either.
John
Shit.
JJ had to go to College Paul. John didn't never have to go to College Paul.
How old is JJ?
We
20.
didn't
He
have
gotta
college
go to
start
college
back when
Paul,
John
but he
Collins
gotta
was
go.
a
He
rookie,
gotta
or he
get the
would have
hell
been
up
down
out of
there.
here.
How old is JJ?
Man,
He gotta
listen,
get the
man.
hell up
How
out of
many
here.
games JJ
Yes,
What
played?
you talking about, JJ?
JJ
No,
Hey, did
John
y'all really
Collins.
say? Did
Oh,
y'all really
man.
say y'all rather keep a guy?
Hold on, damn it.
Y'all rather keep a guy in Clint Capella who
That's what
can't
they said.
do nothing on the offensive
Y'all-
side of the ball.
Neither
Nothing,
can Collins.
zero.
Listen. I'm just here to chime in because my boy he hit on the nail one time. He said something that like he said, it's the same conversation. Y'all talk about Hunter and stuff, but John Collins been here the longest. He has not added nothing to his game.
What has
I'm
Hunter
not a-
added to his game, Moody?
I'm not a
Nothing.
hater. I'm not a
Moody,
hater.
what
You
has
know
Hunter
this.
added to his game?
I'm with you.
I'll wait.
Listen, fuck
He's
Hunter.
gotten better.
Damn it, you know I'm with you. I'm not with Hunter either. But what I'm
Well, I
trying
don't
to
like
tell
any
you
of them,
is
but DJ.
John Collins ain't added nothing to his game. He been here. He's the longest hawk. Forget everything else. Like he said, without a assist, this man ain't doing nothing. He just standing there. Like he said, he
So
came
what
back.
is so what the rest of
He
so
getting
what's
cardio.
the other 4 players on the court doing then? Because they need assists too.
Scored.
Hey man,
Right.
they might
Who's
do, but guess what?
Hunter?
though?
He went from 13 to what? He went to what? From 12 to 16. Shit.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
because
figure
his
out.
usage went up, Rashad. Come on now. Now we playing stupid.
Because he can't. I mean, that's a good thing though. That means he's gotten better.
And
If
what
your
I'm
usage
telling
ain't good, that
you,
means somebody
say that
trusts you to do
again.
something with the
What was the
ball.
first thing? What
Trouble,
you say?
man.
You said that's good. You said that's
That mean-
good, right?
That means somebody trusts
Hold on,
you.
hold on,
with
hold
the
on, hold on,
ball.
Rashad. You said that's good, correct?
Right. His
So
usage
if
rate
I
has
so
gone
watch
up because
this.
he's
Let
gotten
me ask you
better
this.
at something.
Let me ask you this: if I take Hunter's usage down and his
Uh-huh.
scoring go down, would you be upset with that?
No.
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all about Collins.
DeMond
you.
the same thing. DeMond
He
the
touches
same
the
thing.
ball, but he cannot do nothing with it.
And
That's
not
the
to
thing.
mention-
But
and not
guess
to
what?
mention-
No,
and
no,
not to mention,
Deadman.
DeMond,
But
you-
if I'm honest,
You're
Thank
skipping
you,
over the
Rashad,
fact
for
we was
answering
a
that
tw-
question.
No,
You're
but
skipping
listen,
over the fact
He-
DeMond,
he-
the
we
difference-
was a 20-win team. We was a
The
20-win
difference
team when
between-
Collins was doing 19 points a game.
Facts.
We was a
Say that again,
20-win
Matt.
team.
Huh?
We was a 20-win team when Collins was our second best player. That's why he got to
Who's
drop
our first
down in the
best player?
pecking
Who's
order.
our first best player?
we didn't have one.
Trey.
Who?
We had Trey.
Trey.
And we won how many games?
21.
None.
So it's the
Now
second
talk about
player's
that.
fault that
He
we
was
his
a
numbers,
and not
his
that
num-
guy.
DeMond,
That don't even make sense, Matt.
DeMond, his numbers have stayed the
So
same.
it's the number 2
His numbers
fault
have stayed the same.
that we only
Yeah,
won
you
21
Collins numbers
games,
have
but the
went
lead
down.
dog don't get no
At-
blame. That don't even make
DeMond,
sense.
No, man. Hey,
DeMond. The ass
Matt,
we went up in wins.
Listen, man.
John Collins numbers has
Yeah,
went
bro.
down.
You don't
Trey
get-
Young
My
numbers
guy.
have stayed the same.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
White
Y'all
Mike.
just keep
I
it
done got my
real.
ass up in here now.
Just keep it real. This is all you gotta say, man. Say, you know what, man?
Because I don't
What
want
we doing now
Show out on y'all.
and the money that we paying John, we not utilizing him. Let's get off the
Ain't
money.
no utilizing
Listen,
him.
listen. This is all you
DeMond,
gotta say,
stop.
man. Y'all don't gotta make up all these random excuses that don't work. All you
I'm
gotta
not-
do
You
is say
making them
this.
excuses.
I'm not making
We
no
are
random
not
excuses.
listen. All you gotta do is say this. we're not using him effectively. Let's trade him
There is
to get
no
something
usage
we can
effectively
use.
for him.
There's no way.
Y'all be coming with all this stuff.
Demond,
but then
there is
when
no
I
there is
show
no
y'all the
effective
same
usage
shit
of
on
I'm
your
not
him.
favorite
coming up with no
player,
excuse.
you got an excuse.
I'm not coming out with no excuse. I'm just tired of y'all trying to say, oh, well, if we do this, we do this. Man, fuck that. I'm just okay. I'm out with it. John's a fucking pussy. I'm sorry to fucking say it. He get in the fucking
Hey,
hole.
okay,
That
I
whole
feel
He
you.
get in the hole.
I feel you, my guy. I feel you.
I mean,
This man gets
we
in
got
the
we got to
hole.
use him a very specialized way. We got to do this. We got to do that. We
Why?
gotta do
Why?
this.
Exactly.
He might
Fucking
get
move
16.
him.
He ain't
Or
that
might get
special.
Doing all that. I
So,
pay
He
you
ain't
star
good
money.
enough
I pay
to
you
do
star
all that.
money.
Use
You
the
start shit.
specialization.
so
That's all
Moody,
I'm saying.
Moody, what you're saying is
I pay you
you
star
don't
money.
like that. You don't like John Collins' attitude with like being friendly with the other players.
No, I listen. John Collins is a great person. We probably be best friends in real life. And on the court, this man's a pussy. Fuck all that. You want to shake
Okay.
everybody's hand. You get in the post.
I feel you
falling. You falling like, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Everybody on
I
this
feel
chat
you.
done
I feel you on that. I
He
feel you on
he
that.
falling like
But
an
see,
avalanche.
Moody,
with the
watch
ball.
this
Oh,
though,
you
Moody.
hard on the team.
Hey, Moody. But see, this is what I'm trying to explain to people.
Explain to me.
You see how you say that, and I say, you know what? I feel you. I feel you. Matt can't do that.
I understand
Watch this.
that.
Watch this. Watch this, Moody. Watch
When you
this.
push
Watch
it over the
this.
Hunter, that's when he's trip out. I get you. But what I always tell you, I'm on the same fence with both of y'all. I don't fool because guess what? I feel like we can move both of them and we'll be better as a team. I swear to God.
Hey,
All I'm
listen.
saying is, Demond, pull up
Y'all-
the clip
y'all know
where
my motto,
DeAndre
man.
Hunter, pull up the clip where DeAndre Hunter posted up somebody and fell with the damn ball out of bounds. Pull that up. I can
do that.
Pull it up. Pull it up. I ain't talking about hitting the dude off the dribble, Mike, with a move. I'm talking about in the post, in the low, on the block.
No, bro, listen.
I can
listen,
pull
man.
up. I can pull up. I can pull up.
that
Let me
up.
tell you something. I can pull up a video where you will think he's got pan hands.
There go my boy. There go my boy.
His hand.
You know White Mike would be. You know White Mike be on Hunter ass, bro. Pause.
I
So he
understand.
be on
I
Hunter,
understand
dog.
losing the ball out of bounds,
Just
but it's
hey,
not as bad as John Collins.
You do Hunter the way you do Collins, and we'll all shut up.
But DeAndre Hunter numbers are going up. What you want me to do?
Actually,
that's why I said I'm not picking
the
sides.
second half of the season,
I'm
his
on-
numbers
I'm
went
with
down
both
to
of them.
14.
I'm at odds with both of them. I'm not picking sides. I'm at odds with both
The
of them.
second half of the season, all his numbers went down. Do you know the second half of the season that DeAndre Hunter shot 29% from three?
That's going up.
That mirrors what Collins did for the whole year.
Okay, then. That's what we're saying.
White Mike. White Mike.
That's the point.
White Mike. Year per year, Hunter numbers are going. It's ascending. John Collins numbers is descending.
I really think. Well, I'm just telling you, the second half of the season, DeAndre Hunter's numbers.
So as bad as you said he was in the second half, that mirrors what Collins did the whole year.
Maybe this year, but if you look at their whole 4-year career, I think you can make an argument that Collins has been more successful than Hunter has.
Fact.
What? Hell no.
You take the whole career.
No.
Hunter ain't never averaged 20 points. He ain't never averaged double digits in rebounding.
He also haven't got 70. He also haven't got 70% of his attempts assisted either.
Listen, won't this year the first year Hunter played like 70 games?
Exactly.
This is the first year he played like 70 games, huh? Or was it
70%.
last year when he was getting his money?
A dude, 70% of his attempts is assisted, and you gonna tell me
Matt,
he's a good player?
hold up, Matt. You ain't responding
Hell
to
no.
what White Mike said. Why that
What did he say?
dude shot so terrible in the second half of the season? And how come you never mentioned it?
Facts.
It might be because he touched the ball with 5, 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
Who gave him the ball with 5 seconds on the shot clock?
He gonna say
The
John.
guards. The guards.
Whoever did it, I'm whooping their ass.
Trey and DeJounte.
So it's Trey and DeJounte. So it's Trey. Hold up. I'm trying.
Trey and DeJounte.
So it's Trey and DeJounte fault for
So
holding
it's
the ball.
Trey and DeJounte's fault that Hunter shot so bad in the second half of the season. Is that what you're saying?
Demond, like I said before, he had what? First of all, he had 2
yes
injuries.
or no? It's Trey
Yes,
and
he had
DeJounte's
2.
fault.
They're at fault. Yes, just like he had injuries.
How was it their fault? Analysts?
So it ain't they fault
Analysts.
John playing bad.
But White Mike
Morning,
you didn't
analysts.
mention DeAndre
Analysts.
Hunter's in the top 5 percentile in mid-range
In
attempts.
what, man?
The
In
same
what?
spot you say John Collins is so good at, DeMond. DeAndre Hunter's top 5 in the league at that same spot.
And what?
Man, listen, it's hard for me to listen to you when you just blamed Hunter's terrible shooting on the people passing him the ball. So 5 seconds. You telling me?
That's why I said
the first thing I said was he's touching it with 5 or 6 seconds left on the shot clock, which is
That's
the
not enough
same
time.
thing.
Wait,
But
let me answer this. Let me answer this. Let me ask you this, Matt.
DeMond, which is the same thing the management team brought up at the end of the season.
Matt, let me ask you this. So if I throw him the ball with 5 seconds left, and you say he can dribble, that's not enough time to dribble and get to the basket. How much time do you need?
Sometimes he
but,
might.
Another question is, what happened when he do dribble and he lose the ball?
Over and over and over.
Because they pay him ball.
Yeah, hey man, I want to jump in and make a quick point.
Shout out my guy Solution in the building.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a quick point and jump off, man. But we've watched John for a while now. Everybody in this panel has watched John, and I've come to the conclusion to accept who he is. He's not a superstar. He's not a ball handler, right? You gotta look at what Yeah, he got paid.
A spade.
Yeah, and listen, look at how many times we've seen Tatum take a last shot, AE take a last shot, KD, other power forwards in the league, and Randall. When the last have we seen John Collins take the last shot of the game? This offense is ran through Trae Young. And the reason they brought Capella in here was to open up the offense more for Trae Young, to have that lob, that interior. So, okay, it makes him easier to penetrate. If you double him, he can lob it up to Capella. And he gives you a little bit more rim protection in defense. But that clogged up the paint for Collins. You already got Collins here, so how you going to utilize him? Put him out there on the perimeter space, the floor more for Trae, right? So how many times have we seen Hunter take the last shot of the game? Well, we gave it to him. He bricked it. You know what I'm saying? These guys are not ball handlers. So who did we go and get? You got 3 guys on the court that can't handle the ball: Hunter, Collins, and Capella. So what you do? You get another ball handler. You go and get DeJounte. That's the only other spot we could bring another ball handler in. So we got to understand it takes time. I hate some of the comments Landry made. That's why he kept saying, oh, it's going to take time. Because they know they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because they brought all these other pieces in here. We didn't draft Hunter to be a ball handler. We drafted him because we needed defense, because we was getting killed on defense, right? We got to understand who we got here. But the problem is that these guys won't accept their roles, and they don't play their roles consistently. And then the thing is, when you rely so much on Trae to do everything, and then he got these poor stats that we're looking at, that's why we getting killed. That's why Boston kills us. That's why we trick off games. Because when Trae don't shoot good, and he had the highest usage rate, DeJounte got the next usage rate. If their shots ain't hitting, everybody else is just spacers. They can't create their own shots. So that's where we have the issue with, man. So let's be honest with what we have here. We already paid Collins and Hunter because nobody don't want to come here. And then it's very hard to get somebody to come here to play with Trae, because if you're big and you want to be the man, you can't be the man behind Trae, because Trae is the man. And that's what Ayton saw when they brought KD in. It's hard. Look how long it took Murray and Jokic to develop, right? Look at all the other people who've won championships, Kyrie and LeBron, right? Those 2 guys are ball handlers. They can make their own shot, right? Look at Kawhi. He had Lowry, he's undersized, but he's very physical. And he had other playmakers. We don't have that here in Atlanta. So I just want to make that, man, good show. Y'all go ahead and do your thing, man. I got to jump off. I'm going to listen. I'm going to go back and chat.
I agree with you 100%, Solution.
I don't.
Word? What
you don't agree with?
Because I understand.
Hey, real quick, Moody. Hey, come through, Mike. Come through. Go ahead, Moody. My bad.
Nah, go ahead. Whoever you added. Nah, I mean, I understand what he's saying, but in just what he said is kind of why I had proved my point as well. That's what I was saying is too. We got people on the team that aren't ball handlers. That is not Trae's fault, because we rely on him so much. You see what I'm saying? We don't have nobody else who can go out there and create that shot. John can't put that ball on his floor. You just talked about KD not making his last shot. You see what I'm saying? It's Tatum and all these folks. Bruh, that's what pissed me off the most because I feel like, okay, in the league, what we supposed to do? Your job is to get in the league to get better, develop. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that or whatever. Okay, to me personally, I just feel like, okay, yeah, John got his mid range. I watched these boys. John got his mid range. He got a little certain stuff, and I'm not just pointing out just John. You gotta look at Hunter too. But it's like if we draft these folks, he's the number 4 pick. What we draft the number 4 pick for if he can't create his own shot? They're just being real. Like, yes, he has defense, but okay, you supposed to have another appeal. We're paying these. For me, it's more so like I'm a person who's watching as a fan, but then as a business perspective, if I'm paying you all this money, man, why the hell you not giving me all this production? 10 points and 4 rebounds ain't shit to me. You got to own and off night with Hunter. That's not shit to me. You see what I'm saying? It's an eye test. I watch these folks time and time again. I'm a huge fan of Trey because it's like, okay, cool, yeah, y'all, we treat Trey like shit, but let's be honest. Y'all got to get it up to Trey because it's just like he got to take the heat all the time because guess who's going to get the ball at the end of the day? Trey. Because if you get it to them other dudes, what's going to happen? Clank. It ain't going to happen. And you feel me? We just at an ass out of luck. It's just being real. Clint Capella can't create his own fucking shot to save his goddamn life. He don't got no fucking post-up move. The dumb shit he doing the whole. Oh my God. I be want to fucking throw the goddamn remote at the TV. You see what I'm saying? So it's not just watching. So we got some of the pieces, but I feel like now, then what I want to say too, since we got this new system, I know everybody been dragging them. I feel like we really kind of got to get them time. That's what I feel like. Quinn, you know what I'm saying? We got Landry, all these people. Get them folks some time to kind of work something out. I'm going to get them to the end of the offseason. If they don't do that, Demond, then I'm going to rag on them folks. I'm not going to get on them hard as fuck because I feel like this is the time where we're gonna try to make a little move. I feel like
I'm gonna tell you like this, Moody.
I ain't gonna get my hopes up either. So
y'all heard me say it a million times, man. Okay. Until the Hawks are willing to take a L on a trade, whether it's Capella, well, no, not really Capella, but whether it's Hunter, Collins,
right?
They're not going to be able to move him. So my logical thinking says this: you got 2 options. You could trade him. Now remember, you already gave up the other 3 picks for Murray,
right?
So you out 3 first-round picks. Okay. Are you willing to give up another first-round pick to get off the money for Collins?
Yeah.
When in reality, next year, the average NBA starter going to be making.
Don't justify. Don't do it.
No, I'm gonna tell you why they're not gonna do it, Matt. Because you're not thinking like me. I told you I'm 2 years ahead of you. Listen. They're not gonna do it. They don't want to do it because they're rebuilding the team. They just won't say it. That's why they're relying.
I don't think they're rebuilding the team.
They rebuild. I'm telling you.
I don't think
they started with the coach, right?
Right.
And then Landry really told it to you without saying it.
Well,
he told you it's gonna take some time.
But hold on, but you're not mentioning the other part of what he said.
What's the other part?
He said that time could be a year, it could be 6 months, it could be 2 years, but there's no time limit on when that.
Do you really think? I'm gonna ask you this. Keep it a buck. Do you really think in a year? I'll give you 2 years. That this team gonna be competing for a championship?
No.
I won't say
if you had to put money on it right now, if I said, Matt, put your life on the line that this team will be competing for a championship in 2 years, would you put your life on the line?
I think in 2 years. I think in 2 years we could get back to the conference finals.
I say championship.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because what I'm telling you is this.
Get back to the. I mean,
they're not going to do it.
I can't go that far, but I'll say conference.
Then what are we doing?
I can't do that
why is our expectations of conference finals? Why do y'all keep doing it? It's either a championship or no. I didn't know you get a banner for the conference finals.
You got to be in the conversation. Final 4 conversation. Once you win that conversation, injuries could happen, anything can happen, and you can get a championship.
We are not
like a lot
going
of people
to
feel
be
like Denver did.
Let me tell you something.
So
are you looking at the landscape? Can we agree to this? The Eastern Conference is tougher than the Western Conference right now.
Yeah.
So you really think? So listen to me. So you really think we going to be in the conversation in 2 years for a championship? I only
No.
talk
Said the
championship. I'm not.
conference
Easter, I don't care about the conference final. Championship. That's what we talking about
Demond,
here.
it might be a little bit longer for a championship, but like
Because
I said,
he told, bro,
you
y'all-
gotta get to the
bro,
the conference finals first.
Y'all refuse to believe. I keep proving myself to y'all over
I don't
and
think it's
over
gonna. I don't think
again.
it's gonna take 2
It's
years.
a reason
Demond.
why he told you. Let me tell you something. He said the exact same thing, pretty much. That Travis said when he took over. You know what Travis said in his introductory press conference? I never forget it. This is what he said. We will be competing. That's what he said. And then you know what he started doing? Gutting the roster.
But the difference, Demond, is we didn't have a star back
That's
then.
why they
A.
can't come out and just say we rebuilding. That's
I
why
don't-
I'm
I
telling
don't-
y'all, if you go out here,
Even from a business standpoint, it don't make sense to rebuild because
Why not?
my golden goose is going to want to leave if I go through a rebuild. So I'm not going to make no money.
Bruh, from a
if he
business
leaves.
side, from a business standpoint, Tony
I know
Russell
he might
has
have
probably
already made
quadrupled.
money on Trae Young, but trust me, Demond, he don't want to go from 39 sellouts to 6 because Trae left because he wanted to gut the team for money, and we go through a rebuild again. Like that
That's
doesn't make
what-
any sense.
We're
From a business
rebuilding.
standpoint, it don't make sense.
We are rebuilding. He just not gonna come out and say it. You're rebuilding. Why you think they relying on JJ so much and AJ and Double O? Why you think they trying? Why you think Hunter came up? Why you think Hunter came
They about
up?
to pay OO. They about to pay OO. They about
Right.
to pay
He
Bay.
gonna take over for Clint. Look at what's happening in front of you. They're
But
getting
Demond,
younger.
just because it's younger players don't mean they're not better.
Do younger players win championships? Yes or no?
No.
Demond, we just
It's-
established
there
we not. We just
Listen what
said
you saying,
champion-
Matt.
I just
You
told-
just said,
Demond,
Matt.
I
You
just told you I just said a championship. I don't know why you keep bringing that up. A championship. Well, I know why you bringing it up, but
Because
championship is
what's the
stupid.
goal? Isn't
It's-
that the goal? Somebody correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong. The goal is to win a
Nah.
championship.
It's
Am I
not a
wrong?
realistic goal. It's not a realistic
Well, it
goal in
used
this
to be.
window. It's not a realistic goal in this window.
Exactly.
Because I'm
So,
telling
you
you,
gotta
they
be realistic.
rebuilding the team. I'm telling you.
Well, I'll say this, Matt. I wouldn't say in this window. I wouldn't say in this window.
Matt
would
know
say-
what's going on. He just
I-
don't want to admit it because I'm
I would-
right.
I would say this.
No.
I think
Matt don't like to admit when I'm right.
I think the championship is the ultimate goal. I wouldn't say in this we can't do it in this window because I think this window is the window.
How long is the
where-
window? What window? What window? When did it open?
it opened when and I'm not
The conference finals year it opened.
No, I'm
And this is about to be the last year of that window. It's about to slam shut.
No,
They're putting the blind down.
I don't think windows close that quickly. Listen,
Oh, it closed.
It closed.
Me personally,
closed.
I
They
think
boarded up.
you know, I'm not being funny. I think the window open when I think it opens for any team when you send out your future for a
Go
player.
on, say it. When we traded for Murray, go on, say it.
When you trade so many assets for DeJounte Murray, I think your window is open to start competing. I think it signals that because you're not going to just trade picks just to say, "Oh, we're trying to do something." Then you go back to not trying to compete. You know,
Right.
it
Who's
opens.
mentioned, by the way?
It opens to you making a run at becoming a contender, contending for a title.
Let me
So
ask you this, analyst. Let me ask you this. I'm glad you said that. Okay. So we traded 3 first-round picks to go get Murray, which you said is a move to win the championship, right?
No.
I
Okay,
think
that's his opinion. Okay.
I think
Hold on, I'm
I
talking
think,
to analysts.
I think it signifies. I think it opens up a window.
Okay, so we open up the window, but
Yes.
if we believe reports, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
I
Somebody
don't
correct
believe
me if I'm wrong.
I don't believe a window is open by a
You
miracle.
just
I believe
said
it-
that.
No. I'm talking about because some people are saying that window open when the conference finals.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
believe-
okay.
I don't believe it open then.
Okay, so let's go by your example. So the window opened last year when we traded for Murray. And if we believe reports, didn't they say Murray is available for trade?
They did.
Right,
Yeah.
analyst? Am I right?
Correct.
So
They did.
what happened to the window?
That's why
Why
I
is he
to me-
available for
to
trade
me-
if we
I-
just
to
open
me,
the window?
I believe. Well, I stand by. I don't believe.
No,
Matt, Demond, I don't.
Well,
I
it
stand
don't
by.
work, man.
I
Well,
stand by.
so-
I don't see Landry's vision. I don't know what he's trying to do, because he executed the Murray trade, and now he's trying to flip him because he made one of the biggest mistakes in franchise history by doing this.
Say that one more time. I didn't get the last sentence you said. Say that one more time.
And analysts
Hold
preface that
on,
by
man.
saying your
You
opinion.
need to listen to analysts, man.
No,
You need to listen
Matt,
to analysts.
No,
Matt,
that's
Matt,
his opinion.
It's not. No, you're wrong. It's not my opinion. Okay, it is a fact. Okay, we won less games than we did this year. We lost in the first round of playoffs, and we sent out franchise. We sent out our own draft assets, 3 of them, and another asset. Okay, so that we could win 2 less games, and so we could lose in the same round that we did the previous year.
We lasted one more game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, again,
So Matt, explain to me how that's not a mistake. You sent out this much capital because we could have saved this capital for a better player, but
Kevin Herter.
Landry swore by the Murray that he was going to be 2-way and second option and all this stuff. I mean, and we won. We went 40. We were literally average this year.
Okay. Well, first, I believe the window is like about to close if it haven't closed already on this cycle, because hold on, Analyst, it started in the conference finals year. The Murray trade, in my opinion, was an attempt to stop the window from slamming shut. It was a last ditch effort to stop the window from closing. Okay. The window panes was starting to bust out, so they got Murray to try to save it.
Matt, that what you just explained. If that's what you're saying is fact, that is some of the worst asset management I have ever seen in my life.
That goes back to what Landry said when he got the job. Picks only matter. Well, I think he said picks only have purchase. They only have value if you're going to use them for drafting players.
And that tells me. Guess what, Matt? You know what I told you months ago when you told me that? I said this shows that Landry Fields has no idea what he's doing.
Yo, man,
he has no idea what he's doing.
How in the hell can you bring a point guard in here when your superstar is a point guard, and you bring another point guard and give up all these assets and somebody's ass not get fired?
Well, because I think
that's the worst use of assets.
That is horrible asset management. And wait a minute, Matt.
And I own my business. Let me tell you something. Somebody do that to my business, they ass is fired.
And Matt,
let me get along, White Mike. I'm trying to get this Ferrari.
And White Mike, White Mike, I couldn't agree more. Matt, if what you're saying, the way you just described that is he should be ashamed of himself for doing something like that.
Analyst, how is that? And the other 2 trades that we were about to do were both for point guards. Malcolm Brogdon is not a point guard.
No.
He is. SGA is not a point guard. He is. So the
Matt,
other 2 things. So all the deals we were going to do involve point guards.
Matt,
so what you talking about?
Matt,
it's just the one that we did was for less talented of the 3.
Matt, who brought up point guards?
Should have been a shooting guard.
Mike just said,
no.
Give up don't point guards.
Don't.
And the other 3 deals we were about to do involve point guards. What are you talking about?
Matt, listen, don't escape it, okay?
What?
Landry
Fields.
Fields.
It's a fact. It's
I don't.
No.
Okay, so
it's
you
not,
just. So wait a minute. White Mike said it.
No.
I'll say it.
Just a second. White Mike said what he said, and you
said point guard. He said, "Why would you give up them assets for point guard?"
You just
the
said
other deals that we were going to do involve point guards.
Matt.
Then he should be fired for all that motherfucking shit too. If that's what he was thinking, if he had nothing but point guards on his mind, he needs to get the fuck out of my office and my building.
That was Travis too. Now
that he needs to go to then. They all need to go.
If you can't brought up Malcolm Brogdon, that was Travis.
Matt, Matt, I don't care. Okay.
A backup point guard. I can live with a backup point guard.
Okay.
Matt,
Then don't just blame one person.
No,
I'm saying,
excuse me.
Hold on now. Let me finish. When they were talking about Brogdon, they were talking about Brogdon as a backup point guard like he was at Boston. That's a whole different scenario. I don't got a problem with a backup point guard, but when you bring DeJounte Murray in here and you already have Trey and you tell me he's going to be a two-way player shooting guard, he's not a shooting guard. He ain't close to a shooting guard.
Matt,
somebody failed.
No trouble, man. But Matt,
yeah, we should have got Brogdon.
Just
or SGA
because this is
Yeah, especially SGA.
Well, you know,
but SGA is a point guard.
What the fuck? Because see, honestly, I'm just one pissed off about this trade is we were undersold. Like he said, we're told we're getting this dynamic two-way that's for the show the hell out and do what it's gonna do.
I agree with that.
Ooh, you see that comment, Matt? I know you don't like that one, Matt.
I'm not done with this. Just a second. Landry Fields went up in that press conference with his ridiculous looking suit on, okay, and sat there and told us, the fans, the media, and everybody, in 2 separate interviews, talking about we believe DeJounte Murray is a two-way. We were looking. You think in your mind, and you think about who's a guy that can lock down on defense and create and do all this extra stuff. And he said we found all these in DeJounte Murray, a one-time reserve All-Star who didn't even earn the position. Okay,
fired.
And we traded 2 unprotected picks, an unprotected pick swap, and another draft asset. And Landry, I can see why he said he doesn't care about draft picks. If you don't understand in the NBA, in any sport, we're talking about basketball. Draft picks have value in multiple different ways. If Landry took the approach that if Travis took the approach that you, Matt, and Landry like to take, Sadiq Bey is not here because you don't have 5 second-round picks to go out and get and go out and get players. Okay, Landry just likes to waste picks like they don't matter. Okay, and he also likes to waste them on terrible diminishing talent. Why would you trade? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. You traded a total of 5 draft picks for which is essentially is looking like it's going to be a rental. Okay, a dude who didn't even show up in the playoffs. Okay. And now all of a sudden it's not his fault.
Can we compare?
I don't.
Let's compare the Murray.
What are you comparing?
Let's compare the Murray trade.
I told y'all they rebuilding the team, man.
To the 7 assets that Cleveland gave up to get Mitchell, and they both got to the first round of the playoffs. Both got eliminated in 5, or actually Atlanta made it further than Cleveland.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Okay,
all right. So they get so hold on. So they general manager get fired too for giving up 7 assets for Mitchell.
So Matt, or no? So Matt, guess what? So now, you can
just say no.
So now, since you're magically in favor of Murray again, okay? No, just a second. You want to defend Murray and talk about we made it further and all this extra stuff, okay? Even though they were a much higher seed than we were. So
doesn't matter. It's even worse then. That crash is even worse.
Okay.
They got embarrassed in 5 games.
Okay. So
here's my thing.
You're telling me,
and they gave up 7 assets. 7.
I mean, either way it goes.
Look, man. Here's what we're saying, man.
Matt, it was 6. Okay, it was 6. But okay, so
to be in the same spot we was, they got that same Cancun itinerary that we had.
Okay,
they was on the same flight, same week.
So what is your response to we gave up a lot of assets?
3 picks. We gave up 3 picks.
No, wrong.
One was a pick that's not even going to convey.
Hey, wait a second. I want to make sure I'm hearing this right. Hold on. Hold on.
White Mike. I think we're on the same page. So now you're in favor. You're in favor of the DeJounte Murray trade. You're in favor of it. No. Answer the question. Yes or no? You're in favor of the DeJounte Murray trade?
No.
I'm in favor.
Matt, I don't care.
I'm in favor of the swing. You gotta swing sometimes.
Matt, you should be ashamed
Yeah.
of yourself. You should
He's-
be
so
ashamed.
You know what?
You're in favor
Here's
of
what
Reeves,
you
but
you
you're
in.
not
Let me
trying to
tell you
make
what
him
you.
play for the
I'm gonna tell you what you in favor of.
Matt,
You
he in
you
favor
in
of Landry
favor.
Fields. He
You in favor of Landry Fields.
You're in
And
favor
you
of-
gonna justify? Hold on.
You in
You
favor
gonna
of that?
justify everything Landry Fields does. You gonna
Angry Bird
justify
looking
it
dude.
instead of just calling it like he was. His ass should have never been hired as a general manager. I think his ass was on the G League doing something down there in the G League pass shit that you had to watch to even see him. And now you got me saying that he needed to be the damn GM. You know damn well his ass shouldn't have got the job. And if he should have, his ass should have been fired the minute I saw what I saw out of DeJounte Murray the first month of the damn season.
Hey, White Mike, I
Well,
would have
hold
fired him.
on.
I would have
Wait a
fired
minute.
him.
Well, hold
Matt,
on, Mike. Hold on, Mike.
I would have
Mike,
fired
you
him.
have Mike. You have a business. I'm sure that you know about. Like I said, like I told Damon and analysts months ago or weeks ago. In business, it happens all the time. They call it research and development. You invest in something, a patent, you throw it out there. It might work. It might not work. If it don't work,
But I don't keep. But I don't keep. Hold on now. I don't keep putting money in it.
Matt,
I don't keep putting money in shit. See, if the shit don't work, I cut it off.
Matt, why are you so up and down? Why are you so
I'm
up and down? You're very
Because
up and down.
wait, hey, analyst.
Dim Star, breast milk, all this extra stuff.
Wait. I want to wait for a minute.
Now all of a sudden we're on the incline about.
Wait,
how
is Matt saying he is
He's
for the
defending the
Murray
Murray.
trade?
That's what he said.
No, you're not listening. You're not listening.
Screenshot that.
Matt, everyone, we were all quiet when you just said, I am for the swing. In defense of he is a disgraceful general man. He should never ever be a general manager.
After 3 months on the job?
No, I don't. Okay, listen.
He's been on the job longer than 3 months because he was behind the Murray trade.
He is horrible. He is horrible.
Wait.
Y'all don't like the draft? Y'all don't like the draft we just did?
Matt. So you for Dim Star now?
Yeah, he's for Dim Star. He's in favor of Dim Star.
No.
He's in favor of Dim Star.
Okay, no. Okay, I'll explain it. I'll explain it simpler. I'm for
the person that did the trade, but not for the person you traded for.
I'm for the swing. I'm for the bases loaded. You're trying to get a home run.
You should be ashamed of
and
yourself.
you swing, and he struck out. But I'm for doing something as opposed to sitting on your hand.
But Matt.
Hey, Damon, hold on a second. I got a question. I do got a question.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Seriously, here's where your whole theory is wrong. That motherfucker worked for the Spurs. He knew exactly what he was getting. And if he didn't, he needs to be double fired. The motherfucker was in the organization where he come from.
Wait. Landry was with the Spurs?
Yes, sir.
Yes, he was.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He was.
He was with the Spurs. He knew exactly who DeJounte Murray was. And you get fired for shit like that.
Wait a minute. That's why
You've been bamboozled.
Landry Fields.
You've been bamboozled.
Landry Fields was up there. Landry Fields was up there at a press conference twitching because he knew Brian Wright just ripped him off. All them picks.
Wait.
Come on, he worked for the Spurs.
All them picks for.
I thought he came from the G League. Wait, he was with the Spurs?
He was with the Spurs.
He was under Buford.
Yeah, and Brian Wright was his ball.
So now that means he's a bad evaluator of talent.
Awful evaluator time. Matt,
he's a bad evaluator.
Or we didn't think of the alternative, or that
he's a dumbass.
There you go, Mike.
He's either a bad evaluator of talent or he's a dumbass.
Let me tell you something, Matt. Let me tell you something, Matt. Let me tell you something now. Let me tell you something. You're gonna have to take an L. Because if you don't listen to me, if you don't take an L on the Landry, the only other way they got Murray was from Trey and Nick. So it's either Landry did it or you got to blame Nick Wrestler and Trey.
Hey, Damon, who was introducing him at the press conference, tapping his shoulder, talking about we found all our traits of DeJounte Murray. Listen, this is
I guess he got the Hawks DNA.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Again,
So this dude takes.
Wait, Matt. So Matt. So you are for the
He's
Murray
4.
trade? Yes or no?
I'm confused.
You
I'm
just said
not.
it, man.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You just said it.
How-
You said I'm 4.
I'm for swinging for something in the where we were.
All right,
I'm
Matt.
I'm for
Hold up.
swinging for something.
So you
It just
telling
didn't
me?
work.
So
Okay.
you telling me?
Okay.
You,
Hold on, Matt.
Hey,
Hold on, Matt.
Wait,
'cause
wait,
I'm
wait.
confused.
Damon, you the main one who say all the time, scared money don't make money.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so
I just-
where we weren't doing nothing. We were
But
sitting
why-
on picks,
but
sitting
Matt-
on money,
But okay, Matt.
re-signing
Matt.
bad players.
But
I just
Matt,
can't
Matt,
believe
Matt,
you're
Matt.
He
sitting
made
here
a
defending.
swing for. I'm not
Okay,
in
listen
favor
to
of
me, listen
Murray.
to me,
He
listen-
made
Yes,
a
you
swing
are.
for something.
Yes,
it
you
didn't work.
are.
Okay, Matt,
Yes, you
Matt.
are.
But listen
You're in
to me.
favor.
Listen to
You're
me.
in favor.
Listen to me though.
Hey,
When
Damon.
I say scared money don't make money, what I'm telling you, and I say this all the time, go after disgruntled stars. He wasn't disgruntled. I knew that. And I told y'all that we reached out to the Spurs because Murray was never made available for a trade. We went to them. So we went, it's only 2 reasons. You either got to blame Landry Fields or that was a Trae Young, Nick Wrestler move. We know. What do we know? We know that Landry Fields, we know that Travis didn't want to do it.
No, he didn't. Because listen, let me tell you something. White Mike, I'm so glad that you brought this up because it's a beautiful thing you said. Landry Fields cannot eat. Well, I add a third one to it. Maybe he can't evaluate fit. Because let me tell you something. If you think a dude who you've been watching dribble in San Antonio, okay, carrying a team who to the play-in tournament by just dribbling the ball, thought he was going to fit with your other dribble point guard, okay, who Murray showed no glimpses of off-ball upside, okay. At least I can say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did, okay, where he's off ball, he's shooting the ball, he's moving without the ball, okay. DeJounte, Matt, don't do that. Just
When?
Yeah, plenty of times.
When?
Plenty of times.
When?
Plenty of times. When Josh Giddey was the primary ball handler, okay. So we can go look. Listen, Matt, I understand that Landry Fields is your brother, okay, and I know you like him at all costs, okay. But let me tell you.
Hey, well, you at HR, you hire his ass.
Yeah, exactly. When the Hawks fire him, you and him can work together.
You hire his ass if you like him.
Hey, I need you to call Landry. And say,
I want his ass. I want his ass out of my building.
Landry, we can talk. Landry, we can talk philosophy.
Hold on, wait, Anna. Let me clear something up for Mike in the chat. Okay, let me clear something up for Mike.
But Matt, it's disgraceful when you say something like that, and we sit up here and talk about all day long.
Analysts like your ass up tonight, man. Analysts on your ass tonight.
No.
Take the L, man.
No.
It's
Y'all. No. Again, liking Murray and liking the trade are not mutually exclusive. They're not. They're not one-on-one. I can like the idea of the trade.
You like the idea of pairing 2 ball dominant guards together.
No, analysts isolate.
You just said you like Matt.
I said the trade to
so
do
what are you
something.
talking about?
Analysts, I like the idea to swing for something as opposed to doing nothing.
Matt,
Nothing. Because if we didn't get Murray, what chances are if we didn't get Murray, we wasn't gonna do nothing.
No,
we was gonna bring Kevin Herter back again.
Wrong.
The only ball handler.
Wrong.
And we wouldn't have done nothing.
Wrong.
So I like the idea of at least trying to attempting to do
and
something.
where did they get us? And where did they get? Listen,
yes,
probably had a better record.
First of all,
here's my point. Let me say this. Let me say this.
Just one thing. Okay. Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna go back to what I said. If I'm Tony Wrestler and I own this business, and Landry comes to me with this trade, the first thing out of my mouth is, "You've been in San Antonio. Tell me how this works." And if you sell me that that's how this works and it don't work, your ass is fired because you know the product that we're getting. You know what he can and what he can't do. And you just sold me to give up 3 draft picks for this guy who now is not doing what you said he can do. You're fired.
Okay. And I can't add anything to that, but I'm gonna go back to what you were talking about, Matt, because you talking about it's not mutually exclusive. All right, fine. Let's take 50% of the problem with Murray out. Okay. Let's just look at his body of work. Okay. Let's just look at his resume. Let's fit all that stuff out. You feel like taking a swing. We traded a 23 first round pick, 2 unprotected. I don't care what I don't care if it's top 1,000 protected. I don't care if Jesus said it would never convert. I don't care. We traded that pick, 2 other picks, and a pick swap. Okay. Let's take all this stuff because you see you like the idea. For a one-time, not initially selected all-star. He was an all-star reserve who you put a lot of emphasis on. He was an all-star reserve. He wasn't even selected the first time. He was an all-star reserve. A guy who scored 8-9 points in a closeout game to go to the playoffs or no, to advance in the play-in tournament. And you like that, just take that body of work. And he's sitting there putting up dead numbers, okay, with no clear upside that this is a true special talent. Taking that aside, you like the idea of swinging and moving that much capital for that player.
Okay. So
no, Matt, come on. It doesn't require a paragraph.
Just take the L, Matt.
Analysts, let's break down the assets, okay?
Oh,
hold on. Wait. Analysts, because you're being disingenuous when you said we gave up all these assets. The Charlotte pick never conveyed. Okay, throw that out. The 2025,
they still have it.
Stop. It didn't convey. It's second round picks.
Go ahead.
The 2025 second round pick. I mean, 2025 first round pick.
Unprotected.
Okay. The 2025 first round pick that we got, we have 2 picks next year.
I don't care what we have. Unprotected.
In the 2024 draft, we have 2 first round picks.
No, at the time we had 1.
But everybody knew he was going to flip Kevin Huerter when we got Murray.
No.
So that's what.
No, they didn't know that, Matt. You making that up?
Okay,
making that up, Matt.
25.
Everybody knew we was going to trade. Everybody knew either we was going to trade Bosie or Kevin Huerter.
They don't remember. They only listen. Don't try. You trying to make it seem like they was going to move Kevin Huerter because we got Murray. They only move Huerter to not pay the tax.
Keep breaking it down.
Real. It had nothing to do with Murray. I mean, you could say it did because of his money, but they really didn't want to pay the tax. They could have kept Kevin Huerter because we flipped them for what? What did we get back in return?
Trash.
Kevin Huerter was starting the whole year. We're not about to trade. We traded for his position. We're not about to bring him off the bench.
No, you traded for a point guard position because Murray is a point guard. He's not a shooting guard.
We traded for somebody that's going to play his position.
Which is your dumb general manager Landry Fields.
We're not going to start him the whole year and then bring him off the bench.
Listen.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why y'all don't listen to me, man. Let me tell you something, man.
One of the picks that we gave up, we recouped.
I know you're trying to save your boy. Listen to me, man.
He is, and it's really
listen to me, Matt. Listen to me. I'm telling you. I'm telling all y'all.
He has no value on. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm telling all y'all what the Hawks are doing, and y'all don't want to believe me. They are rebuilding the team right in front of your face. But listen to me. Listen to me.
I want to hear these non-assets we gave up. Go ahead, Matt. I keep going about these non-assets we gave up.
Okay, so I just explained the 25, which is
it's an
nothing.
Unprotected pick. No. What if Trae Young tears his ACL that year?
Oh my God.
No, let me tell you what's gonna happen, man. Let me tell you why those picks gonna hurt us. I'm gonna tell you why the picks gonna hurt us, right? is because this is my educated guess. Y'all could tell me if I'm crazy. When they made the move for Murray, I think Landry, Trey, and them really thought that was going to be a major move to improve the team. I really believe they thought that, right? So when they gave up the picks, listen to me now. Listen, when they gave up the picks,
he saw this trash, dude.
They was assuming that we was going to be good and that those picks was going to probably be late first round picks.
Facts.
What happened?
I agree with that.
Okay, let me finish. Let me know if I'm crazy. It didn't go as they thought it was going to go. Okay. So I believe they're trying to reset the roster. The problem is, since we don't have since the so-called veteran players that we have are not at an all-star type level or close to it, meaning Hunter, meaning Collins, meaning Clint Capella. What they're trying to do is they're resetting the roster with the younger players. Remember, John Collins came up for trade talks again before the deadline, which is standard. You didn't hear nothing about Capella going nowhere. You didn't hear nothing about Hunter going anywhere until when? This offseason, when they probably got together and said, we need to reset the roster because we're paying out too much money. Remember, that's the same thing Travis Link said when he took over, when he let Millsap leave for nothing. He said, we need to get younger. We have too many players making enough money, and they're either not good or they're too old. Landry,
but Damon, it's key differences between that and this.
There is no difference. Listen to me. They're resetting the roster. Why do you think they're pushing the JJs, the AJ? See, what they're doing is they're trying to trick the fans into thinking we're going to compete for something, so we keep buying the tickets. They're not going to come out and tell you that. I
think, yes, I do think they are trying to reset a couple positions. I do not think they're trying to tear it. They're trying to tear it down to the studs and turn it back into a 21-win team.
Because they can't, because you have Trae Young. If Trae Young was just an average point guard, they will blow this whole thing up. But they know they
probably
can't.
So.
Right. But they know they can't because of Trae. And that's why I keep telling y'all, in two years from now, when we 41 and 40 something, 44 and whatever, don't be surprised when he asks for a trade, because they're not. Let me tell you what they're doing. Watch this, man. Watch this. I'm trying to school y'all, man, so y'all can see what's going on. See, they try to make a trade for Siakam, right? At first, I'm for it. I'm like, okay, make that move. But when Siakam comes out and says, I'm not going to re-sign with any team they trade me to, and the Hawks keep pursuing this guy, you know what I did? I said, let me go look at the contract situation. If you go look at the contract situation, Siakam is an expiring deal, okay? If they could get off Collins, if they could trade Collins, I'm just using these two as an example. Let's say Collins and Capella. You could say Collins or Clint, right? But Collins and somebody. They will take that risk. Wow. How does it benefit us? Even if Siakam come here and we play like trash, he leaves, $50 million, the $50 million remaining on Collins' contract is gone. Whoever they included in that trade, their money is gone, which gives the Hawks opportunity. It gives them space to help reset and rebuild a roster. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with part of that. I agree with part of it. I do, like I just said, I think they're trying to reset a couple positions.
Because Landry Fields, let me tell you something, man.
They trying to reset 3 positions.
One of the worst moves they made. Right, because you know what they're trying to do? Don't be surprised.
What's the 3?
They looking to move DeAndre, Capella, and John.
Watch this, Matt. Don't be surprised if Bogey gets traded. Why? Because they're going to try to slide who? AJ, another dude on a rookie contract. They want to get off Collins. Who gonna take Collins' spot? Everybody gonna say the same thing. JJ, rookie contract. And guess what? You not competing if you got how many people did Denver, whoever won the last 3 championships? How many people on their roster on a rookie contract getting major minutes? None. Because you can't win with that many young players in your starting lineup. We're resetting the roster. That's what Landry Fields told you. It's going to take time. He told you again when he said Buffkin might play sooner than later. Come on, guys. Let's see. We drafted AJ last year. Didn't nobody say AJ was finna? They didn't say nothing about, oh, he going to play sooner rather than later. They didn't say that when you drafted Jalen Johnson. Nobody said that. They saying it now, guys, because they're trying to get off this money. They feel like they overpaid, which I'm going to sit here and say this. I don't blame the players for signing the contract. I signed it too. But let's point the blame to who's responsible. The front office, the mess we have in the front office, because the owner, starting with the owner, didn't have the patience to allow Travis to start and complete whatever vision he had. He was never allowed to finish. That's why we sit here and we argue and go back and forth, because we got players who don't fit together. When you say John Collins don't fit, I can agree with that. But my response is, why is he on the team? When we say Hunter can't do this, I agree with that. But my response is, why is he on the team? When you call Murray a dim star, my response is, then why? If he a dim star here, he was a dim star back there. Why we give up those picks for him? You see what I'm saying?
And Demond, yes, he is a dim star, but I'm saying that if I don't value the draft picks that much, because the draft it's not really that important to me, because I already have a group of guys that I believe in.
You don't believe in him. You don't believe in him because you already been trying to trade
Collins, of course, not Collins.
So you don't believe. Hold up, you don't believe in him. You don't believe in Kevin Huerter. Okay, how you going to make Kevin a trade like that? How you gonna make a trade like that? And you're not trading. When you make a move like that, to me personally, that wasn't a championship move, because I'm not gonna give up those type of assets for a guy who's only been an all-star one time.
That was highway robbery.
Who I know. Who I know.
But I'm trying to tell.
Who I know. And you, but Matt, you know what Landry just did.
You just got embarrassed. You just got embarrassed in the first round.
Okay, Matt, go ahead. We lost.
You just got embarrassed in the first round against Miami. You don't have anything on the horizon, right? Anything that's close, and he's like, let's just swing for this dude that.
Well, Matt, let's keep it a buck.
I don't hate that idea.
Let's keep it a buck. Okay. Now the playoffs. Let's be honest here, bro. When you make we probably shouldn't have been in the playoffs last year against Miami. We probably should have been in the lottery.
Worse.
No, it's not. Because
worse.
Guess what?
You go from the conference finals to the lottery.
Because guess what? If we go to the lottery, right? They don't make a trade for Murray.
That's true, Demond, but
because why? They believe whoever was in charge believed that this team was better than what they was. We have found out that's not true. We won less games this year than we did the past year.
That is a disgrace.
So that's not true. That's why I said we probably should have went to the lottery. I think Trae Young probably said, hey, I think I like Murray. He's my guy. And I think Landry was like, oh, I know them over there because I just came from over there. See, I didn't know that part at first, so y'all just told me. So now stuff started to make sense.
Landry should have said, hey, you know Murray trash over there. You know,
thank you.
And I'm going to tell you something else. They should have listened to Travis Slink. I believe that
Travis been around for long enough to know that you don't give up assets like that.
Yeah, I think they all ganged up on Travis Slink to please Trae Young to get to get Murray.
And DeMar, you know what they did? You know what they did?
Then why did you know what they did? What
They
makes
gained
you?
they gained
Hold on.
up. they
Wait a
gained
minute.
up
Wait
on Travis.
a minute, Analyst. Wait, Demond.
They gained up
We
on
gotta go
Travis.
back.
What's up?
Demond, we have to go back to the, and even Steve Koonin has said this on the radio months later.
Oh my God.
He said, and according to reports, there were 4 or 5 trade.
Matt, no
Hold
one
on, Analyst,
cares.
wait a minute.
No one cares.
There were
No one
4
cares.
or 5.
It's not relevant. It's not relevant.
It is relevant.
It's not relevant at all.
How is it relevant?
Man, I don't care I don't care about Derek White. I don't care about Josh.
But I'm saying,
I don't care about.
If there were 4 trade opportunities that Landry tried to do that all got rebuffed by Travis at the deadline, and Koonin even said months later, they said, "What was the regret of the season?" He said, "We had 4 trade opportunities, and we passed on all of them. If we could have went back, we probably would have done one."
Matt.
Wait,
I'm gonna tell you
wait,
something. Hold on, I got him, Analyst. I got him. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you why that's cap. You know why I say that's cap? Because didn't they just say they do the whole freaking voting thing, collaboration thing?
No.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. If Travis said no for the Murray trade, they still did it, didn't it?
Yeah, the mom, but that's
So
because
why
wait a
they
minute.
still why they couldn't do a trade for Collins if Travis the only one who said no?
No. Demar, here's why this is an issue to me, okay? And this is why me and Matt, I called him a disgrace for it in the past. Listen, this is my whole issue. This is why this is Steve Koonin. He really needs to lead the organization because I mean this is laughable to me. So he's gonna get on the radio and talk about we should have did a deal at the trade deadline. Did he not bring up the hundreds of deals that he tried to trade John Collins? That he tried to make moves and then Tony Ressler, we don't want to. Did he not bring up the 3 deals on draft night? He did, but what they did was they ganged up on him and said in the name of him trying to be complacent, said, well, he doesn't want to be inclusive and listen to us about the Dejounte Murray. He's telling us it's too much. We listen to him at the trade deadline and all this extra stuff. And then they said, and then Tony was like, well, the little mediator out of it all, the dad out of all the kids, and Travis was the big brother trying to look out for the organization. And then Landry Fields, he go run out and say, see, it's no cars coming in the street. And then now he ran out into the street and he got hit by a car, And listen, what I'm trying to say is it's ridiculous on us talking about what Travis he's want to sit on his hands. John Collins would have been gone years ago had we let Travis do his job. The organization would have some type of, Matt, you were just talking about months ago, talking about how you have to give the person their full time to be able to their full time in which their vision is going to take to be able to judge them. And now they cut it short, and now you're on the Landry Fields train talking about he only been in job for 3 months and all this extra stuff. He made mistakes and you bring up Hunter and all this extra stuff.
And Mike, you in business, you understand this, Mike. Y'all are skipping over the fact that at the trade deadline, at the draft, when he tried to trade John Collins.
No. Go back 3 years ago when he tried to trade John Collins.
I understand that.
You don't understand it because you said he was complacent and didn't want to do anything.
At the draft with Murray, everything else, Travis had probably already lost his influence at that time. At the draft,
which is disgraceful.
Because at the depth, the past year when he tried to trade Collins. After the Miami series, when he tried to trade Collins at the draft, he probably had already lost his influence, his power. He probably had already lost it at that point because
if Travis lost his influence, how come Landry didn't trade him by this year's deadline?
And he sat on his hands. Listen,
he got bait. No,
I don't care what he got. He wouldn't have got bait if it wasn't.
I'm saying take the John Collins thing out.
Take John Collins out. Bro, I told y'all gonna listen to me, man. I told you the dude don't know what he do. Boy, man, how long I've been saying Landry trash, man?
We've been killing him for a while, and I can't get over the fact that he worked. I can't get over the fact,
and
I'll never get over the fact.
Matt was until he found out that he was a philosophy and he went to Stanford and all this extra.
Hold
stuff.
on,
Listen,
I will never get over the fact that he worked for the Spurs, and he brought this guy here as if he was a star.
I just read your name.
Like I said, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Murray.
Then don't bring him here and cost me 3 number ones, Matt.
But what I'm saying is, I understand.
No.
Understand? No.
Let me tell you something. Hey, look, you can say, hold on. A bad swing is a motherfucking bad swing. People get fired for that shit. You don't just take a swing at something that has no way of working.
Okay,
and you bring in
Matt.
In the same light, Travis took a big swing on Hunter and that missed.
Oh my God!
Not according to me, but according
Travis
to
Travis no longer here, is he though?
Look,
he in Washington now.
Fields was with the Spurs in 2019.
Matt, I know he was with the Spurs for 4 years, and he gets credit with drafting Murray. That's why he brought him here.
Matt.
What happened?
Are you seriously?
It didn't work. All I'm saying is it didn't work. We all agree it didn't work. But
that's with Matt.
Better than the
that's when executives get fired, bro.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you really?
Hold on, wait. So y'all saying y'all saying no GM has ever made a mistake?
You should be.
I know that to me is a bigger mistake because he comes from where you come from.
That tells me
you brought him here.
This dude is like a rat. He's blind. Okay, he was running in the walls when he tried to trade the franchise for Rudy Gobert. And then he ran right into a wall. He ran into a glass door when he tried to trade for DeJounte Murray. Well, he did trade for DeJounte Murray. Matt, this is disgraceful. Okay, not even me. Since you don't believe anything I say, you yourself, you can go back years and years and years at the trade deadline in the offseason where I'm not even talking about, forget John Collins. Travis tried to make moves. It got rebuffed. Travis went. He requested multiple times. He put in a request to ownership to fire Nate McMillan. We can't do it. And now Landry Fields gets here. And now that Tony Russell heard it from a different voice. Oh, we need to do this. We need to do this. Now all of a sudden he's open to doing stuff again.
Back to what I
but
said.
no, you told me
Matt.
No, okay. So you lost his influence 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
I don't know when he lost it, but he lost it.
You just told me he lost it this offseason.
I think he lost it at the deadline when he didn't do anything, and they advocated for him to do something. He didn't do anything.
Okay. I'm getting PTSD.
So now,
and I'm gonna tell you why I'm getting PTSD because I've been on this thing for about 3 or 4 months now doing this, and all I remember hearing was how shitty DeJounte Murray was.
Oh no,
for months.
Yes,
and yet you're not gonna hold the general manager
who traded for him? Who traded
brought his ass over here from San Antonio?
Who traded for this sorry dude that came from the organization that he was at?
Mike, okay. I said it before and I'll say it again. He's a dim star. He's not good as a number 2 option on a championship team. All those things are true.
So Matt, did Landry mis-scout him?
Hey yo, real quick. Hey yo, I gotta roll up out of here.
He mis-scouted him.
Possibly.
I got it, but I'm not gonna be on here for long. I'll sit there.
Okay, well go
ahead. Possibly. You know he did.
In the show, man. I gotta roll. Hey, real quick before I get out of here, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for tapping in, man. Yeah, y'all keep that John Collins hate over there, man. Stop hating on the guy.
Okay? I can't wait till July 4th. He gone.
Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button on your way up out of here, man.
Did Matt Venmo everybody?
No.
No, I asked Bob whenever he's ready. I
got him. Okay.
Peace.
Matt, listen. Okay. This is so ridiculous. Okay. This is the same guy that has hundreds of deals that he wanted to do and got rebuffed. But this is the same guy that doesn't want to do anything. Okay. You went from let him put out his plan, and then you're going to use something that you agree with and try to pin it against the guy. Like you're talking about Hunter. Like you acted like we sent out.
I like Hunter.
No,
I know a lot of people don't.
Matt, I don't.
You acted like Travis Slink sent out future unprotected picks. Okay,
Doesn't matter.
Yes,
he sent out 2 first-round picks.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a fact. I didn't make that up.
I'm gonna sit in the backstage. Mike, you can talk to him. I'm gonna sit in the back. Let me know when y'all are done, and then I'll hit in broadcast. Go ahead.
Oh, Matt knows what's up. Matt knows that if we would have asked him 2 months ago about this, he would have hung.
If Travis Slink would have did this deal, Matt would have probably peed on his car wheel.
Matt, I told you my problem with this.
Mike, I do not like Murray's fit.
I know you don't. But here's what you can't get here.
But I also, when I found out that at the trade deadline they could have traded Bogey, who's a terrible defender and a streaky shooter, for Derek White, and Travis said no, he wasn't rebuffed by management for that trade. Tony didn't come downstairs and say, keep Bogey here and don't bring me Derek White. When I found out he rebuffed that trade and 3 other trades he rebuffed, and
guess what?
Guess what? Didn't tell him not to do it.
Hey, guess what?
I said, what is he doing?
Hey, guess what? When did you become in favor of that? A couple months ago?
No. No.
Hey, guess what,
Over
Matt?
the
Hey, guess what? I'm gonna go pull up the live stream where you dragged Landry Fields for trying to do that deal. You said Derek White, really? You tried to go out and get Derek White?
I don't remember saying that.
Oh, you don't remember? You don't remember? I'm gonna go pull it up right now. I'm gonna go pull it up right now.
You did.
I'm gonna go pull it up right now.
Here's all I know.
Right now.
You can't come from the Spurs for 4 years.
Andrew's an idiot.
And bring DeJounte over here and not know exactly what you're getting. You can't do that. You just can't.
No, I agree with that. All I'm saying is it wasn't, and to his credit, he did say it was going to be clunky. He said it was going to be clunky. What I blame him for? I blame him for not.
You blame him for something soft.
I blame him for not firing Nate or not getting Nate gone. When
that Murray was the wrong trade, Matt.
When he got Murray, everybody knew that Nate was not the coach for that to work. So
and he did it anyway.
But I'm saying that's what I blame Landry for. I blame him for not firing Nate when he made that Murray trade.
It's not going to work with Quinn either.
Because you need a really creative coach to make that work because they don't organically fit.
Here it is.
They don't. Everybody know they don't fit.
Well, he definitely knew they didn't fit. That's my point.
Yeah, he said himself they don't fit.
Then you can't give up 3 number ones and pick swaps for a guy that you don't even think is going to fit.
That doesn't fit. You know, it's not all that good.
You can't do it.
And then you got McMuffin who don't do number run pick and roll all game.
I'm all about taking a big swing. I'm all about it. But Landry knew this cat. He knew him up and down. And he can't do that.
He scouted him. Listen, also, first of all, okay, Landry Fields, and he set up and lied to us all. But he did exactly what Joe Cronin is trying to avoid doing right now in Portland, okay? Joe Cronin could have easily traded the number 3 pick for whatever. He said, and Woj confirmed it, but I'm talking about what Joe Cronin said himself. He said, I'm not going to just take – if I don't feel like there's a player that we could bring back that's going to truly help this team fit in all, he said, I'm not going to just take the best available veteran out there. I'm not going to just take the best available player out there. We're not getting what we want. We're not going to do the deal. He said, because I can't make a big mistake like that when I'm trying to build around, when my best player is a point guard. You go back and you listen to him. He said, I can't make a big mistake like that. He said, we have to be patient. So he said, if that means I draft with the number 3 pick, I draft with the number 3 pick. He said, that means I keep all of my picks until we find a player that's good enough to go all in for, then we do it. What Landry did was he took the best – He took the first bait out there. He said, I can get DeJounte Murray, a guy that I know ain't all that good. Spurs fans I was trying to figure out why Spurs fans were not that upset when they traded Murray. I was trying to figure out why they were talking about, well, we actually got good value. I was trying to figure it out. Now I
They
know.
do the fleece stuff.
Now I know. And let me tell you something. Landry Fields knew. I don't. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. I think he did it to get at Travis. I think he did it to get at Travis because he doesn't like Travis. He doesn't like Travis. He sat up there with everyone else in corporate America does. He sat behind a guy knowing that he was going to take his job. Same thing Rob Pelinka did with Magic Johnson. Okay, and he took his job, and now he's failing terribly at it because DeJounte Murray was a horrible trade. Okay, especially for the value. When we're talking, I'm talking value. We had traded 1 first-round pick. I couldn't have cared less. I'm talking about value. This is what Landry doesn't understand about draft picks. It's not about drafting players in the 30th pick and if it's going to be the 25th pick or not. It's about value. First-round picks have value in the NBA. Why do you think teams trade stars for picks? Because they have value to them. So when you trade them unprotected, you better get it right. And if you don't get it right, and now you're telling me I can lose this dude, not because he can go somewhere else, but because we don't want to pay him.
Minnesota got it wrong. Cleveland got it wrong.
I don't care.
I keep going. I keep going. They got it worse than
Matt,
we got it.
Matt,
Because they gave up four.
What don't you understand about I don't care about them?
Here's what happened.
I don't care. I care that Landry Fields was an idiot and he got fleeced by Brian Wright. Okay, and he sent all these draft picks, mortgaged the future.
It's two picks, too.
Here's the problem. What happened was
Matt, it's okay.
We thought.
Do you understand the Ted Stepien rule?
I understand you
don't understand
back-to-back years.
You
I
don't
also
understand.
understand.
You don't understand that it locks up your franchise for the next decade.
We have a pick. We have 2 picks next year. We have a pick in 2026. We have a pick in 2028. We have a pick in 2029. We have a pick in 2030.
Okay, Matt, let me explain something to you. Okay. I love explaining this. 26, not tradable. Okay. You cannot trade 2026. So you can talk about 2026. The Spurs can swap with 2026 and we can get that pick and they can take our pick.
Is it a first round pick or not? Yes or no? Is it a first round pick?
Can we trade it? Because you don't.
Why do you need to trade it?
You don't seem to understand that I'm not talking about drafting players.
When was the last time we traded a first round pick? Besides the Murray trade, when was the last time we traded a first round pick?
Finna get you on that one.
Yeah. Besides Murray, when was the last time we traded a first round pick, analyst?
Matt, you're not understanding.
Exactly.
You don't understand. Well, Matt, maybe you listen. I don't understand your love affair with Landry Fields. Okay,
it's not a love affair.
You have a love affair. Matt, you have a love affair with Landry Fields. Everything.
It's not a love affair.
He could have executed that Rudy Gobert trade, and you would have right behind him. Talking about
I'm for being aggressive and taking risks.
Okay, so if he would have did the Rudy Gobert deal, you would have felt the same way.
They didn't do the Rudy Gobert.
I don't care what. No. You bringing up all these other extra deals. If he would have did the Rudy Gobert deal, would you have been behind it?
Probably not.
Do I need to remind you?
Analysts, probably not. But again,
no.
With the trade that he tried to do with Capella for Josh Hardy, he's showing that he's getting better.
No, I don't know. I don't.
He's getting better.
I
wasn't analyst. I wasn't good at my job 4 years ago. I'm a lot better today than I was 4 years ago.
Don't care. I don't care. You fired a guy, okay? You fired a guy that drafted your franchise cornerstone, okay? Another guy who you like very much in Hunter, a guy that drafted Jalen Johnson, a guy that was building a core. You just don't rush and do stuff. Now we're in a situation where we have to do something or we're about to look like complete fools. But Travis understood. He watched it unfold before his eyes and go, when did Golden State go trade 3 first-round picks and a pick swap to bring a player on a 2-year deal that was a dim star? It didn't happen. Okay. And Travis understood.
We showed as hell wasn't Golden State.
Matt,
We wasn't nowhere close to Golden State.
Matt, why are you deferring on stuff that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about?
You said he's built. You said like Golden State because you're saying that Travis was trying to emulate or replicate Golden State. He wasn't.
When
we had back-to-back first-round exits. He built a team without a secondary ball handler, a guy in John Collins who can't score without being assisted on. I'm not trying to downgrade Travis.
Yes, you are. You hate the man. You hate the man, and you love Landry Fields.
I believe he got. I do believe he got complacent. I do.
All it took was for you to find out that Landry Fields was a philosophy, and now you up his draws. You should be ashamed of yourself, man, for saying something like this. This is ridiculous.
I'm gonna tell you. This is when it happened. I'm gonna tell you when it happened. What happened was what we did have. Hold on. We did have a second ball handler and a creator. It was Bogey. Bogey got old really quick, and we weren't ready for it. Bogey was a good, when we got Bogey, he was a secondary creator and he was a secondary ball handler. He then got injured and got hurt, and then we panicked. We panicked and brought DeJounte Murray in here to take his spot.
Thank you,
DeJounte Murray was never.
Thank you, Pharaoh.
He was never a second. He was never a two guard like Bogey was. And when Bogey got old and got hurt, we made a bad decision.
Yeah, Farrell, how long have I been saying get off Bogey? Forever. The last 3 years I've been saying get off Bogey because of his terrible defense and his freaky shooting.
You crucified Landry Fields, and like I said, that was before you found out he was a philosophy major. You crucified Landry Fields because you literally said, and I quote, really? Derek White in a pick? Derek White in a pick? And I agree with you, and everyone else agreed with you. And now you're sitting up here talking about Derek White would have taken us to the promised land.
No, I never. No.
Because you just want to make dude. You want to make moves just to make moves.
No, analyst.
That's what you want to do.
Analyst.
You want to make moves just to make moves.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to shake stuff up.
And you're talking about 1 year of complacency. 1 year. And you fired the guy. You fired the guy that's built. If it wasn't for him, we would still be circling the drain, okay, with a mediocre roster. Okay.
Analyst, I like to do, but I respect.
No, you don't. How about this? How about this?
Mike, you can appreciate this. That Tony said when he came out in Athletic and came out that he did fire Travis. He said
Tony Russell wasn't even man enough to speak in a press conference.
He said that
that weak man.
He said you can't.
He's weak.
You can't. He said you can't work for me and be non-collaborative and be mediocre.
Oh really?
So
really?
This is why I call him a hypocrite.
He's a hypocrite, Matt.
For that, Mike, I agree. For Mike, I agree with. If you're not going to listen to other people in the room, take their suggestions, take their opinions.
They have no idea what they're talking about.
You better be damn sure that you're right, because if you're not, I'm gonna fire you.
Okay.
So you can be So you can be collaborative and be wrong and not get fired.
I think no. Yes,
you weren't collaborative.
Yes, because everybody in the room owns the decision, as opposed to
that is ridiculous.
Now, Travis can have that myopic mindset if we're
oh my god,
team. If we're a 60-win team, he cannot listen to nobody. But you know what? You can't get embarrassed by Miami and people have suggestions and you're not listening to them. That can't happen.
He was listening. Okay.
I'm sorry. You know he heard them. He heard them. He just said no.
As a Hawks fan, you got me on record. I can't wait until Travis in Washington run a train on us. And by the way, Matt, since you don't like Travis, we need to go Landry Fields' direction. No, Matt, stop. Landry Fields can't just ride coattails. Okay, we need to trade Trae Young. and DeAndre Hunter and Jalen Johnson, the whole core, because you can't ride coattails. If Landry Fields is such a brilliant guy like you say he is, he's a genius. You've never seen anything like him. He needs to build his roster, starting with Kobe Buffkin at point guard, Seth Lundy at shooting guard, and Muhammad Gay at power forward. And he need to build out the rest of his roster and try to find a way to become competitive. Because what you're saying right now, oh, Travis this, Travis that, Travis this, Travis that, Travis this, Travis that, Travis this, Travis that, and then you're saying, well, Landry Fields, well, he's getting better. It's just 3 months. It's just this. And you're telling me, oh, this guy is brilliant. He doesn't know what he's doing. How do you say, oh, well, draft picks only matter if you're going to use them? Listen, if you don't understand that draft picks are currency in the trade market, which he understood very well because he wasted them all.
Like I said, then in Minnesota, your guy Tim Connolly shit the bed when he gave up 5 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert. He shit the bed for that. Huh?
And how is this relevant to what I'm talking about? How is this relevant to what I'm talking about?
Because if a dude that has 10 years of experience on Landry gave up 5 picks for a duplicate center on a team that already had one.
I think he did shit the bed, but that's my opinion.
Okay, so I'm saying, so if Kobe Altman, he gave up 6
to get Spider
for Mitchell.
Yeah,
he ain't getting fired. He got 6 years of experience over Landry does.
I'm not ready to call the Cleveland trade trash yet. I'm not ready to call that.
No, I'm just saying we both had first round exits. We both went to Cancun at the same. We were both on the same flight to Cancun.
Okay, all right.
The same week.
Fine. Okay. Since you want to bring up other teams, I just want to know when Travis for a one-time All-Star reserve, okay, who completely was horrible in a play-in game to carry his team to the next game of the play-in. Okay, I want you to let me know when he was attempting to trade 3 first-round picks and a pick swap for this player.
Analyst, that's the
no. I don't want to hear anything else because you brought up Conley and Kobe Altman like they're relevant. I'm talking about your guy.
Analyst, that's the whole point. The narrative was he wasn't trying to do anything of substance.
Yeah, the narrative.
Substance. I'm not talking about Harrison Barnes. Of substance. That's the problem. They felt like he was sitting on his hands. He wasn't doing anything.
The narrative that you and Landry created. Okay. Yeah, the Landry the narrative that you created and you're running with and you're holding it and you're holding the flag for Landry running across.
What Mike, you understand that?
Okay.
You understand that from a business perspective?
Okay. No, he doesn't understand it because it makes no sense. Okay, Matt. Weren't you the same one?
Okay. Analyst,
you weren't the same one.
Analyst, let me use.
This is what I mean by
analyst. Let me use an analogy, analyst.
I don't want.
I got a room.
Please,
I got analyst. I got a room that needs to be painted. I got a room that needs to be painted, analyst. And I'm actually, hey, analyst, when you gonna get around to painting the room? Oh, well, it's a remodel. The house is a remodel. I need this room painted so I can sell it, so I can flip the house. Analyst, when you gonna get around to painting the room? Well, I don't know. I'm still looking at the paint, the paint samples. I don't know. I might get around to it in like July. Well, analyst, I need you to kind of hurry up, analyst.
No.
The house buying season is almost up. Are you gonna paint it soon?
No.
I don't know. I'm still looking at these samples. I don't know if I want to go with maroon or I want to go with ruby.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
So
you're not about to use.
I understand the urgency of wanting to go in there and paint the room over a weekend, even if you got some lines that's crooked. I understand rushing in there to paint the room to try to get it sold in a month.
You are not about to run that trash analogy on me.
I get that. I understand it.
No, you don't, Matt, because it's in favor.
Why, Mike? You following me? Why, Mike?
No. You're not about to speed past that. Like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely.
Why, Mike? You agree with me on that?
No, he doesn't agree because it's retarded. Okay. First of all, no. If I sat down with you, Matt, and I said it's gonna take me, let's say it's gonna take me 7 years. It's gonna take me 7 years to paint to forget a room. It's gonna take me 7 years to paint your whole house inside and out. Okay.
Mhm.
I said, and you want all different types of designs and stuff. But I said, I can get the foundation, I can get the paint, I can get that done in, let's say, 4 years, right? 4 to 5 years. Okay. We in year 6. I'm gonna speed this up. I'm not gonna go through the whole motions like you went through. Let's speed this up. Year 6. Okay. According to you, okay, you told me when you hired me to do this job, 7 years is fine. Okay, because we're tearing it down from the studs. Okay, you know, 7 years is fine. But after 7 years, we're gonna have to run another evaluation period because you told me that this will be done by 7 years. 6 years goes by, and you that has no idea what's going on, just running around like a chicken with your head cut off, they're gonna say, "Well, it doesn't look like you're not gonna be done for another 4 or 5 years." So let me bring in John over here and Tom, and I think they need to give you some suggestions and try to help you out a little bit. And I'm telling you, well, you haven't even given me my full 7 years yet to do the job, and you already talking about. Excuse me.
Analyst, because we in year 6 and the floor foundation is messed up. It's leaking in the walls. The outside it's a big mud hole outside. The house is sinking.
Okay, so what you just described.
So
you
telling me you're gonna get all that fixed in a year? I don't think so.
What you just described as Trae Young.
I got to step, brothers. See y'all.
All right.
This is
next
ridiculous. Man. Okay, so if the roster needed wholesale change, why isn't Landry doing that right now? Why isn't he tearing this roster down? Unmute yourself. Why is it Landry tearing this whole roster down? Okay, because you just described major problems. I can't hear you. You're on mute. Maybe you're on the phone. Listen, let me explain something to you, Matt. Okay, how you have just switched up is unbelievable. Unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. I never seen anything like it. Okay. You should be ashamed of yourself and what you're talking about. Okay. All I'm going to say is when Travis builds his team in Washington without a meddling owner like you support, and without someone sneaking up his back like you support in Landry Fields, like a snake, then you're going to see the dynasty that he builds. And when they win a championship before we win the championship, I don't want to hear anything. And talk about how Landry Fields needs time. Landry Fields this. One of these days, I'm a find Landry Fields and I'm gonna say we got a big fan of yours. His name is Matt. He would do anything for you. He would take a bullet for you. He supports you through your disgraceful decisions. He even turned on a whole nother man and dragged him through the mud just for you. You know. So I think it's disgraceful. I really think it's disgraceful. I just think it's disgraceful. Tell Landry that you'll talk to him later. Okay? Tell Landry you'll talk to him later. And I really think it's disgraceful. Pharaoh, because we have Landry Fields. And Landry Fields has zero idea what he's doing. Zero idea what he's doing. The moment they fire Wes Unseld Jr. and he finishes drafting over there and they start winning 55, 60 games, Matt's still going to be saying, well, Landry Fields, he's still growing, he's learning and all this extra stuff.
Analyst. All I'm saying is you gotta give people time.
No, I don't want to hear that because you didn't want to even give Travis his full 7 years.
Analyst, I gave him 6 out of 7. We didn't get it done.
No, you gave him 6 out of 7 and you jumped to conclusions without knowing what you were doing.
Analyst, it's very unlikely we were going to go from 41-41 to a championship.
41 to 41. No, your boy Landry was responsible for that. He was responsible for that. He
At
made
the
the
time,
highlight. He made that.
He made every move in that offseason. Trading Kevin Huerter for that cigarette pack.
Analysts at the time that Travis was let go, we were 17-16. We were 500.
Good night.
So we likely would have ended 500 with
Good
him.
night. Good night,
and
guys.
He just didn't. He just didn't make any moves.
Good night,
You know,
guys.
any crucial moves.
For all you guys in the chat, there's 31 of you still watching. If you think me and Matt agree all the time, prime example. He loves Landry Fields.
I do.
Through his sinister acts.
Analysts, I like people who are ambitious and creative.
Okay. Have a nice night, guys. And go back and look at all the videos of Matt talking about Landry Fields.
And I had analyst, and I think Landry has evolved, and I've evolved on him. At the time, like you analysts,
I know it's a mutual connection between you two.
I was a huge Travis supporter, and I was, but as I sat back and thought about it, and I looked over the landscape of things, I said to myself, well, Landry.